You can be heard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. It's been so long.
Yes, it was back again.
Oh my God, we're back
so
again.
Long.
Let's put a little bit of music on. It has been 2 bloody weeks since we got to play because I had some personal stuff to do last weekend, last Monday. But it worked out nicely. We had a big old cliffhanger last time we played, so I hope everyone is ready to be thrust into some crazy scenario tonight.
Ready's one way to
Gagging
describe
for it.
Right. How do we do this again? We do our little shout outs. So let's go around. We'll do our go-to little shout out moments, introduce ourselves for anyone who may be here for the first time. Next week I'm gonna have a hat with all your names in. I'm gonna pull your names out of a hat. But for this week,
now close your eyes and point.
It's your turn. Who looked at me? Sam, it's your go. You made weird arguments out of me.
Yeah, so I also stream on Twitch. Sam JKP. Play a lot of Pokemon. New Pokemon Snap's out, so probably gonna stream that tomorrow if anyone wants to come along. Really chill game. Looks great. But yeah, Sam JKP.
Lovely jubbly. And do you know what? Jamie, go on, jump in there next, boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm not last for once.
Actually, I changed my mind. Dean, you go.
What? Oh, that confused the fuck out of me.
I'm sorry, Dean.
No, I had Sam's stream still open on a different browser and I was getting an echo. I had the Natural Wonders on and I was like, that's muted. And obviously because Sam auto-hosted that.
I see.
Such a loyal viewer, though.
Some loyalty right there.
Always got his stream.
Got it open even when he's not live. So what was happening?
You can go ahead and do your shout out.
Right. Actually, nothing.
It was supposed to be me, but Mitchell.
All right. Paymars98 on Twitch and YouTube. A lot of Pokemon stuff and other things chucked in every now and again. And once again, West Ham are live tonight. So if I'm looking this way, I'll have the football on next to me.
Every
Exactly
time I wait, look at the screen for me. Look at the West Ham. Right. Every time I see you do that, 2 strain. For the whole party. Ewan, go ahead and shout out your amazing channel, my friend.
Thank you very much. We are Dirty 20 Live, and we play D&D every Sunday at 4 PM UK time, as well as some sporadic games and other systems. And during those games, I'm joined by Jay and Sam in the game tonight. And, sometimes they get stuck on letterboxes for an hour, or a door for 2.
Or doors, yeah. Thank you very much.
Anyway,
lovely.
yeah, that's it.
And
D&D.
last and least, it's Jamie.
Hit me. Bip. Right, JM12_ on the Twitch. A lot of F1, more recently PES content. We've got a community team going over there. My follow count is now correct.
It's
so
accurate.
There's a win.
It's all worked out nicely there, isn't it?
It has. There's a win. All the bots are gone.
We can still say you paid for bots, though.
I didn't fucking pay for
Yeah, now we can say that you wasted your money.
All right.
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, there's F1 race tomorrow. It is the last one of our league.
Yeah.
Mitchell is our commentator. We are in Monaco, so it is going to be a fucking clusterfuck of a race. I would highly recommend you join in and watch. Plus, I'm world champion, so...
It is true. You can say that. Of the JM12 Grand Cup.
Yeah, I am champion. Someone just shout fix.
No.
You come and race then. 1v1 me.
And without further ado, let's jump into the recap of this week.
It's gonna be a long one.
No, I've condensed it down, but let's go ahead and jump on in.
Is it a
Let's
live
do
read?
this. It is a live read, of course.
Lovely. Spelling mistakes at
Episode 11. We're on episode 11, guys. Roshir in need. After a short time waiting, the party grew worried that their Gungan companion had not returned to his ship. This is when a black-furred, battle-scarred Wookiee introduced himself. Saltatha, the leader of a newly formed rebel cell, who recruited the party to assist him in an assault on an Imperial science outpost, and informed them that Bip Bip had run off into the jungle. The party joined Saltatha and his companions on the raid, and after a tense search of an Imperial research station, they came to the dreadful conclusion that it was currently empty, as the Imperial presence here was on their way to the village of Clan Roshir to capture and enslave them all. Meanwhile, Bip Bip had made the journey to the Jedi Temple, located on Kashyyyk, where he experienced the Force visions and learnt of the struggles between the dark side and the light side of the Force. I just read it wrong today. It wasn't a spelling mistake. The two separate parties both headed back to the village to find a horrific sight. The feast had been attacked, and the village was in flames. The Wookiees fought hard, and most had seemingly been captured or killed. I don't know what happened there. So, as the last place we left off,
Is there any more glue blows about?
there are no glue blows around. I've minimised that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. You would all, your paths had almost come back together, seemingly without knowing. Bip Bip, you had, on your approach back to the village, you had seen this blue shuttle approaching. It was very well camouflaged and blended in, but it seemed to turn away from the village. And the rest of you on board now, you hear the Wookiees sort of conversing and planning, like, oh, we need to go and let's take it to the platform, let's take it to the warehouse, we'll hide out there for a moment and we'll figure out what's going on. And they're sort of heading, they don't seem to be traveling too far away from the village, but they've got a location in mind where you guys can have a breather for a moment, is the idea. Is what you gather from those guys as you're heading away. And Bip Bip, you are currently sneaking your way onto the crate thing as the loading ramp sort of, I think you closed it behind you, I think?
I did close it behind me.
So you close the boarding ramp, and that's where we'll pick up with you eventually. But first, we're going to start with the others. So you guys have traveled a short while away from the village, not too far, a few minutes, and there is, now you see you are approaching it in the distance, another landing platform, as Meatball, who is piloting, brings the shuttle in for a landing, and you see like a small alcove in one of the trees, which leads to a small room. The Wookiees are very, very silent, and they get off and they walk inside this small building, carved into the tree.
It's not attached to the village itself.
No, you guys are in like a separate sort of like safe house location almost. What are you guys doing? You guys are on the shuttle currently, and they've just kind of got off and have made their way inside.
I am going to be just very frantically sorting out all my weapons, making sure they're all like prepared.
Okay.
Yeah,
you line them up, you lay them out, you make sure everything's functioning, everything seems to be in working order as you remembered it. You do feel like you need another grenade though.
oh, I do so badly. That's getting cold on my side where the old one used to be.
Yeah, it's that certain spot just feels a little bit light. You start to... Yeah, exactly. You start to hear like the echoes of the as the Wookiees inside begin to converse. Your translator is out of range. out of range. It's like not clear enough input for you to like properly translate what they are actually saying to you guys right now, or to each other, in this case. Are you guys just remaining on the shuttle?
I'm gonna get out.
All right. You step out. It's just a small little wooden platform attached to the side of the tree with a metal railing, similar to what is in the village.
Okay, I'm gonna get out. Just take a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna slam my hand on the hull of the vessel that we just came here in.
Yeah.
That ship is our only way off planet.
I'm gonna leave the shuttle as well and come out afterwards.
Did we try making contact with the ship last?
You did, and you had received just like this random sort of like tapping signal.
Yeah. I'll also get off the ship then.
We shouldn't be wasting any time. They're bundling up the Wookiees. Won't be long before they bundle up our ship.
Kest! Okay. What do we have? What do we have on us? We've got to do something. Otherwise, we're stranded here. Come on, doesn't anyone have anything?
I don't really have any explosives lying around. They're all on the ship.
Oh, what do I have weapons-wise?
I mean, we can try contacting the ship again.
We could, but I'm worried that there were troopers outside of it when we flew past, and if they are on ship, if they could track us, we are leading them exactly to where we are. And I get the feeling that there's not exactly a plethora of safe houses out here. I think we are alone.
They won't have a massive detachment out of the village compared to when they get back. So I think it'd be wise if we get down there. Now, hit him from the shadows while they're still dark.
You saw how many there were.
How many was there?
I'm confident we could. Yeah, we could take them out quietly. I've got means of being quiet.
If you want the ship back, this is our best chance. And I'm gonna walk out with my rifle in one hand and a pistol in the other.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I think striking too soon could be dangerous. There were so many of them, and they easily took down a entire clan of Wookiees. You saw them; they were being let out.
Wookiees. They weren't suspecting Dag Ferric at all, you know.
It will be dangerous, but if you want the ship, this is our only option.
We need that ship. There's no question about it. I say we go down there now.
They're expecting resistance, but hear me out here. I get the impression that they believe that they may have taken out this clan. I do not believe they will suspect a counterattack. If we rush in there, If we rush in there, we do not know what we're getting ourselves into. And we do not have everyone with us.
Quick point. Let's roll our destiny this evening.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
I believe it should already be on 0-0 today. I think I did that already.
It's not for me.
Sync it, you are sync it. I think.
Yeah, I synced up. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So if everyone could roll the, there we go. The light side is strong so far.
Oh.
All right.
Oh god.
Oh wait, did mine do it?
You flipped it.
Oh,
I-
I pressed use. My bad. Wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mitch, you press use. Flip it back.
Oh, but did you use a light side point?
Yeah, I accidentally used the last.
No, that was it. You used it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we
Boom.
go, boys.
Oh,
That might be the
Oh.
most light side points you've ever had. That's
Yeah.
6
We're
light
gonna
side
need it
points.
today.
I think you might. Okay.
let's remember using
2
it.
weeks away and roll
Yeah.
20 misses us.
Yeah.
Something in the air feels like right about attacking now.
As
All
you
of a
guys
sudden,
are sort
everyone's
of
yeah,
like-
let's do it.
As you guys are trying to talk each other up, you hear the sort of talking from inside turn into like cheers of like, as they seem like they're hyping themselves up. And then a brief moment of silence, and Sultatha walks out, and he's wearing like some more sort of ornamental armor than he was before, and he's got a large like vibro axe in his hands, and he walks towards the ship, and behind him you see his small little group of rebel Wookiees follow him, and they're all armed with these large sort of like vibro pole arms, and he approaches the ship where you guys are standing. We need to strike now, as you're beginning to
Exactly.
translate again. Uh-oh.
And Z fucks off.
Z falls
Straight
off the
there.
he leans on a metal bar and falls off to his death. No, he's
Z
back.
Jumps
Listen,
to the
Z
clan.
Z is so stealthy. We don't even know when he's left.
Oh, no,
I
he
came
knows
back and heard. Did you say I jumped off a bar and died?
I said you leant and it snapped and you fell down and died.
Well, rip.
Yeah, we need to strike now.
Scarred one. Have you got no kind of creatures or beasts you can call on or something on this planet?
Like those massive lizard things.
No, the Rhacodactyls do their own will. They're not servants of us. We have some trained ones, but they're not really for fighting. They're transport A to B.
Well,
Shame
maybe
you don't have no
use
rack
them
with that.
to flank 'em.
I believe it to be just us. But we nearly matched them in number. I believe we saw half dozen. There's probably a few more on those shuttles.
I say we strike while the anvil is hot.
I agree.
And what do you expect to achieve?
We free my people before they are lost to us. If those shuttles take off, we will never see them again.
If those shuttles take off, we can follow them. We can find where they are going. If we strike now and we die, then those people are lost for good.
Well,
And what about the others you wish to save before? Those that were taken. If we strike now, then we do not find out where they could be being kept.
I cannot stand by and allow this to happen.
Besides, you saw that they dealt with the Wookiees there quickly. What's them to stopping them from dealing with these ones equally as quickly? Might as well get down there now.
If we were there, this would have happened differently. I cannot
You're
allow...
right. We will likely be dead.
No.
Do not allow guilt to cloud your judgment. Believe me, I understand better than most the hatred towards the Empire. But we have to be smart about this. We cannot just go firing in like fools. We will die, and we will accomplish nothing. At the very least, we have to observe the situation. You say there could be a dozen in there. What if there are other ships waiting nearby? We strike, and they land.
Are we wasting time?
We are. We need to
Do it
make a
now, or
decision
we
now.
can't do it all?
While this conversation's going on, can I have a little look around the shuttle? And is there any? Because
Memory units.
I don't know exactly what fuel it uses. Is there anything exposed or anything that could explode?
Make a mechanics check.
Okay.
To look for things that could explode, huh?
Yeah, any pressure points?
I will say you do notice that Axel has what looks to be a large sort of like tube rocket launcher setup on his arm
Don't
that
look
he
at
has
Roll20 chat.
obtained. What did you roll? So in the process of looking for something explosive, you blow up. No, no. You have a sort of like a little scan around the room. You don't see anything that on the inside of the ship that would obviously just like trigger an explosion, no. But you do spot Axelrod has a large, what looks to be rocket launcher, perhaps.
Okay.
And with that despair, you will take 2 points of strain. Because you'd rolled 4 despair, Sam. 4
yeah.
threat.
Can you see my strain?
I can indeed.
What?
Oh my god. Is that
What happens if you max out on strain?
Yeah, I'm really
I
interested
will
to know.
check the rules as soon as that happens.
Wasn't it something like you start taking wound?
I think there is a chance to start taking wounds if you keep like pushing it and stuff like that.
Sam, I'm not far off you, buddy.
Need to get some advantage, boys.
No. Bib, I don't think you won't quite understand. You are
I mean, I'm.
Is Sam, are you maxed out on strain?
Not yet.
not yet.
Bar one.
I'm not far off.
One off.
We have the most firepower right now that we're gonna get. This is all we have stashed by. We were saving it for a moment just like this.
Well, let's get going then.
I won't
No.
use my people as
And I
pawns
use
to
my-
try and find more.
But you are willing to risk their deaths.
I would rather try. They are guaranteed to meet their end if we do nothing.
That is untrue.
And he just walks onto the ship.
These people are fools.
Zakin, did you say he was like "Zzz,"
Yeah, I was like,
little sparks? Axelrod's like, I like this one. And he like gets his rocket launcher up on his shoulder, carries his polearm with the other hand, and walks onto the ship. And then Meatball and Pansy follow.
and I follow.
It's a great name. I wasn't here last week to enjoy them live.
I follow the Wookiees onto the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna get onto the ship. Probably stumbling with the amount of strain that I have.
You
Just
like
falling
this.
apart.
I'm not trying to deal with that. Jay can't hear a thing.
Is it all
Oh,
is it
shit.
all a bit buggered up for him?
Yeah, I mean he's
He's
literally
frozen.
frozen right now.
Yeah, he's.
He's back.
I think it's his internet, yeah.
Ah, shoot. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi.
Are you on Virgin Media by any chance?
No, I'm on Community Fiber.
Oh, and we're
He's gone.
There we go.
They
Oh,
heard him
explain a
talking
lot.
smack about him.
Yeah, he was about to go there. Fuck it, bong, gone.
I'll put that to a tech. let's go. Let's head back over here. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. We will handle that as it goes. So.
Did they hear us the whole time, by the way, when you were on that screen?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So you guys start heading back onto the ship. I believe it's just sort of Took and Kalal dragging their feet at the moment on this lonely little platform high up in the trees of Kashyyyk.
Wait, we're.
You're standing there as all the Wookiees have now boarded.
Oh, I'm boarded.
You
Yeah,
jump
I'm
on, and just Kalal is just standing there.
I'm just thinking to myself, these fools who got their own people attacked are gonna get us killed.
Pick up the pace.
Watch your tongue. I'm gonna climb in.
You're free to stay here if you like.
I'm gonna
Didn't
give
think
a glance
so.
to
I'm
Bilal.
climbing in.
All right. The door closes as you guys lift off, heading back towards the village. You see in the distance still that sort of orangely haze of that orange glow of the fire surrounding that specific area of the village that obviously took the brunt of the initial assault, and it just gets brighter and brighter as you get closer. You see like the fire beginning to spread into some of the trees nearby. It doesn't seem like out of control, but certainly it's doing some damage to the infrastructure. One of the rope bridges has just like caught fire and cut and severed and is now hanging there, ablaze. As you guys are heading in from sort of the southeast sort of direction, if you guys could make perception checks for me, in fact, as you're approaching.
How long did it take us to get there, by the way? From
a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh. It was not far away from the village at all. Let me just do the dice pool for the perception check. Yeah, sure, we'll go as a hard check.
Is there any black die?
There are not for this specific check. I will add one because it is
Oh,
night time.
Well, just because of mine's without. So I'll roll first.
Yeah, you roll for me, Zakian.
Sorry, I prematurely rolled.
Success there. It's all right. Happens to all of us, lad.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for everyone in the ship to make a perception roll, in fact.
Okay.
Kalal with a triumph.
Oh shit.
He's got
Nice.
some threat.
So there is some threat for Z, but there's 2 successes. There was not much advantage in that
There's a
group check.
triumph though.
Yeah, there is a triumph. It was a group check, so the deceit won't, or the threat won't affect one person in specific. So as you guys are approaching, you can see now a bit clearer that you actually spot Kalal specifically. You notice all of the sort of stormtrooper presence seems to have left these areas around the village. You remember before there were definitely some on the platform where the feast was happening. They're not there anymore. They seem to have. You remember they were like poking at the bodies, checking people.
Mhm.
Now all you see are the silhouettes of Wookiees on the ground, unconscious or dead. You don't know. This is the rope bridge here, which is now on fire. The one connecting that feast to the center. It's like hanging down, and it's completely inaccessible.
Wait, should we be seeing the map?
Oh shoot, am I on the wrong?
Oh, I can see them.
Scroll down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's,
Sorry. For record, that's going to be like that
Yeah.
for all of it. It makes it easier for me in slobs. So yeah, that right area of the village is almost inaccessible by foot. You see the sort of residentially areas down this south side. It's hard to see because the tree cover's a bit thicker. But you don't spot any stormtroopers in there currently, but they could be sort of obscured. But you do see quite a few stormtroopers up on the landing platforms where they are just getting the last few Wookiees on board these shuttles now. And you see they've produced these sort of like barricades and like some crates and things that they've sort of put out as like a staging area for whatever battle they were prepared to fight here. And you do see the Crate Fang, which is currently sat with its loading ramp closed. What was you going to say, Z?
The ones on that, the stormtroopers on like that, the landing platform, are they the only ones that we can see at the minute?
From here, it seems like all the stormtroopers have headed back to their shuttles.
Okay.
Is that
And
the only
they've-
platform we'd be able to land on?
This shuttle you're on could land in most places because it's quite
Because didn't we get on it from?
Yeah, you
Wow.
could go from the south side of the place if you wanted as well. One thing you guys don't spot is that Imperial officer gentleman you had seen before. He is not anywhere to be seen currently.
That very unimportant officer.
Totally not important at all.
I have a question for all of you. Which of you watched the Bib Bib one shot? Do you know what's going on here?
Axelrod leads forward. The what?
It's a hollow novel, never mind.
I've never heard of Twitch TV.
Hollow novel.
That might be a Star Trek thing. I might have been mixing up my franchise.
That's the job. Okay, so as you guys approach, the pilot is Meatball as always. He sort of slows down as you approach him. Right. What's the plan, boss? Are we going straight at them or are we landing nearby? They're probably going to spot us either way. We're not exactly the quietest. And he's sort of looking around for advice.
I say, maybe you hang back while we attempt to do a little bit of reconnaissance further in. We'll give you the signal. Come through. Since you are.
How? How would we do that?
We take it from the south side. We try stick to the shadows because it's smaller, quieter.
True,
And
but
then,
isn't our ship loud? They were in the midst of fighting when we arrived, and they seemed to notice us. I don't know if you remember, if they looked up and saw our ship, and then. So that would be what? How long ago would that be? Like 15 minutes ago, they saw the ship.
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago. Yeah.
How
right.
far back do these south platforms go?
They go a little ways, not super far. There are like scattered around the edges of these platforms are where all the houses are, like inside of the big tree trunks. Yeah, it goes somewhat further, but not too far. We gotta make a decision now. We can strike them hard and fast, or we can land in the south side of town and make sure it's all clear, so we don't get pincered, I suppose.
I guess quiet really isn't my forte. How about hard and fast?
I'm up for it if you are.
We had a plan for when we infiltrated the science lab. I don't see why something similar could not work. We come in, we drop, we engage what we need to, we hit them hard and fast. You are right, that is probably our best option. They will hear our ship if we make a silent approach.
Alright.
And we pray to whatever gods there are that Bip Bip is alive.
We'll
Oh, a gesture at the one with the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
You handy with that?
Not bad at all. Not had much practice, but
You
How
saw
many?
those- Yeah, how many shots you got?
just the one. I used the other one to practice.
How did the practice go?
I hit it.
You hit what?
You don't want to know.
Reassured.
I'm gonna turn to him and lean in. I really do.
tell you when you're older. Listen, I'm going to be very
Probably
careful.
older than him.
I'm going to be very careful about using this. I don't want to blow up any of them shuttles, but I might try and open a big hole in the floor.
But the Wookiees are on the shuttles.
That's why I said I'm not going to shoot the shuttles.
I
But
don't
I might shoot the area where the stormtroopers are standing and try and like make them all fall through. I don't know. Might not be the best.
Seeing as you were prepared to ram the shuttle into a building, would you be prepared to perhaps use this as an explosive?
What? Oh, what the shit?
We leave the shuttle. You shoot the shuttle.
But then, the rocket launcher already makes a big boom.
The shuttle will make a bigger boom. Trust me.
Yeah, but we don't want to make too big of a boom. Worst case.
Anyway, if they
The
take
worst-
us-
I want to make a bigger boom.
No, but if we make too big a boom, the old platform will come down, and then we lose all the ships and all of that, everyone.
You see Z's getting excited from the thought of an explosion and is like jittering out a little bit.
Take two strain. No, don't. All right. We can use the shuttle as cover. We'll bring it in, land it, use the broadside as we can all hide behind that, fan out if we can.
Oh, let's just get in there. Get fucking
All right.
tired of waiting.
As you guys are beginning the approach now to go in on the assault, I suppose, you do see, like, there are a few stormtroopers dotted around the platform who are now looking in your direction as they hear the sound. You don't know if they've spotted you because the shuttle itself is, in fact, fairly well, it's the dead of night still, so it is quite well camouflaged. We're going to swap over to Bit-Bit, who is inside of the crank thing currently. And Bit-Bit, as you hear the zzz of the ramp behind you, you hear, like, inside, like, the sound of, like, some metallic clanking coming from the cargo area. And you just hear someone muttering to themselves.
Can I sneak round to the cargo area to see if I can see who it is, what they're doing?
We won't use that. Yeah, so you...
To be fair, I know who's on the ship. I see them.
You
go
know
on.
who's on the ship, but you don't know
Yeah,
if this
can I-
is that individual.
Yeah, can I sneak round? Yeah, I'll sneak round to the cargo area.
Okay.
and See if I can peek.
Give me... Yeah, you can totally... Let me just get this person's stats up to see... if they have, like, a good skill to go against that. Their vigilance is 2, so...
Yeah.
I believe that means... what is your stealth level, Bip?
What do you mean, dice-wise?
Yeah.
1 yellow, 1 green,
And how many points you got in that? 2 or 1?
1.
Okay, so he's going to have 2 red on this because he's got vigilance 2. And his vigilance... Okay.
Shit.
All right, go ahead and see if you can sneak up on this bad boy.
Stealth roll it.
Yes, please. As you're approaching down the hallway...
Wait. Can
What
I
do you mean?
take off 2 straight?
No, because you failed the check.
Fuck!
I believe that's how we've been ruling it.
Yeah, it has been, yeah. Carry on.
As you're approaching down the hallway, you kick over like a little box of scrap that fucking Zatkin's left out. He's been doing some work down here. I'm blaming him. Probably wasn't. Probably was. Who knows? You kick over some debris and you hear like the sound of metal parts just scatter across the floor, and you just hear, "Who's there?" And you hear like the sound of a blaster.
Okay.
Come out. Which one of you is it?
Can I force pick up a little object and just zing it across the room to try and distract him?
I mean, easy enough. You can do that. You pick up like a little one of the bits of shrapnel that you dropped, and it flies across the room, and he hears it. You just hear these kind of noises of someone who is now in a little bit of a moment. What are you gonna do?
Whatever. Am I like behind the wall or something?
So
Or am I,
yeah,
like,
you know,
behind-
you know how where the ship's laid out, you've got that curved
Yeah.
corridor. You're in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
curve, and between you and where the like individual is like that seating area
Yeah.
and the table and stuff.
Okay, can I just fuck it, I'm gonna try and catch it by surprise, whoever it is. Can I just sort of just run out, do a flip,
Okay.
and as I'm midair, get out lightsaber.
Okay, so you do that. You run out. You flip out.
Yeah.
You get your lightsaber out, and you see in front of you now the
Yeah.
blonde, the sort of short blonde hair, blue eyes, Imperial officer
Okay.
garments. He's got his blaster pointed towards you. I
Yeah.
don't want to have to hurt you. And you see him. He takes his, because he obviously sees your lightsaber.
Yeah.
He takes his blaster and puts it back on his belt slowly.
Okay.
You see now in the room, he has moved one of the wall panels off, and he has, in his other hand, he has like a small little, like rectangular device with these two little antennas that poke out of it, and it's bleeping, and he's got the R5 droid that Zakian had been repairing,
Yeah.
and it's out in the room. Why are you on this ship?
Why am I on the ship? Why are you on my ship?
I am here under jurisdiction of the Empire, searching for rebel intel.
Okay, these are not rebels.
I did not realize there was a Jedi in the midst.
Yes, Misa?
As you now have your full-blown lightsaber,
Yeah.
that sort of
It's
like
not even
royal
Padawan
blue
anymore.
color out.
Yeah. What is that thing in your hand?
You don't know what this is.
No, that's why I asked.
It is a tracking fob.
Okay, you
It was
so want
leading me to the droid here.
you so want the droid?
Oh no, I don't need the droid. It's something that's on the droid, but... Listen. I value my life, perhaps more than the Empire itself. So I would like to leave this place in one piece.
Okay, you know where the door is. You got on here.
Yes, but that isn't going to sit very well with my superiors. I was sent here for information that I have
Okay.
not obtained.
What's you need?
This droid. Who's been working on it? Have you had it in the shop?
No. Misa cannot remember where Misa got it from. Misa break it and then Misa hide it so my friend doesn't find it.
You broke it.
Sort of, yes. While trying to. Did I break it?
He looks very frustrated in talking to you.
Just what I wanted.
Listen.
Misa not break it. So Misa friend break it, then I move it, I break it more, we hide it. He doesn't know. Anyway, why you get it out? We are hiding this.
I need... The information on that droid is very sensitive.
Okay, and Misa friend very sensitive if his droid go missing, so...
Well, I won't... I'll make you a deal, then. I'll leave
Go
you
on.
the droid if you give me the memory bank that was on it.
Misa don't think my friend would like that.
Why not? You said he wants the droid. There are plenty of memory banks in the universe.
No, he wants everything in one piece. He's already know that Misa touched it, so you should not take that. How's about Misa give you some credits and you shall leave?
I'm sorry, that just won't do. There's a lot more at stake here than
And
Makrits.
there's a lot at stake for me. Misa just got this. Misa miss my friends. Misa need my friends, and you sit in the way.
If I do not get the information on that droid, I will be going to my grave, despite how rich I am.
You're going to your grave if you don't leave the ship, so...
There must be some sort of deal. Perhaps I could pay you for the memory bank. It is
What?
of
Why do
dire
you need the
importance
memory
to the
bank?
galaxy.
Why do you need it?
It is of dire importance to the galaxy.
Yes, why?
As I
What does it
said
have?
before, the information
What-
on that droid is entirely classified. It is incredibly sensitive.
Okay, and as I said, me's a friend sensitive, so it's an even. So why you need it?
Make a
You're not getting this fucking memory back.
a persuasion check, I suppose, but it's gonna be like
What would persuasion be?
make a negotiation check. It's gonna be hard.
That's a skill. I'm
Yeah,
a fucking Gungan.
and he's not really happy about this scenario, so this is gonna be difficult to do.
Oh, where's Kurla when you need him?
On his way.
Fucking hurry up.
Go ahead and roll for me, boy.
Negotiation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for you. Failure to threat. So as you what was it you said to him? Sorry, you was asking him
Yeah, I just want to know what's on it. Why he needs it.
what's on it. Why does he need it?
Yeah.
All you need to know is that the fate of the galaxy rests in the hands of this information.
Okay. But everywhere you should go, you should cause chaos. Like out there.
It
So
is in
why
your
would
best
this be-
interest that you budge on this one, I promise.
It's not in my best interest, I tell you. Okay, how's about this? Misa no... How's the Misa say? You should help me find friends. Then you may have it.
Help you find your friends.
Yes, I mean, they somewhere here.
Are you...
Others are not.
You are a Jedi? Yes?
Recently, yes.
So you are a member of the Rebel Alliance.
The who?
The Rebel Alliance.
Misa don't know what you're talking about.
He's gonna make a check right now to see if he remembers you or recognizes you. This will be I guess this will be a vigilance check because you sort of caught him off guard. But can he now remember who the hell you are? I will give him blue because he is in possession of that information, but I will give you an extra black dice because you're slightly different than he remembers. And you know if you remember when the pictures they showed of you guys wasn't entirely perfect.
Yeah.
So I'll add a black dice for that.
Wasn't he?
Oh.
Oh wow.
Lots of advantage, not necessarily a success.
Okay.
You do seem oddly familiar. And you see, he turns around and he like pulls a little device out of his pocket and taps a little code into it. Puts it away again.
What should you just do?
You do not need to worry.
Misa think I do.
I promise you. You have nothing to worry about. I'm going to leave now. Are you going to stop me?
Man, fuck this, boys. Are you leaving the droid there?
Of course.
Where's the tracking thing?
Right here.
And can I force it out of his hand?
Okay then.
Cut it in half.
That is fine. It has served its purpose.
You're still going to leave?
If you would let me pass, yes.
You should get out of the ship. Can I, just before he leaves though, can I do a perception check just to see if there's anything I should notice?
Of course. Roll a perception check to see if there's anything else you notice. Let's just make this an average check. I'm going to add... no, I'll just make this an average check, sir.
Average check? Okay.
Yeah. Success with a threat.
Mm-hmm.
As you peer around the ship, you notice that like the section of the wall you guys had like shifted to hide the R5 droid is out of place.
Yeah.
A couple of the other like storage crates and things that have been opened and turned over, but nothing. I mean, you don't immediately spot that anything has been taken.
Okay.
And he walks past you.
Okay, I'm following him out.
And he walks towards the exit ramp.
Yeah.
And at this point, he stops as he's about to press the button to the ramp.
Yeah.
There's a stowaway in your cockpit. I suggest you see to them.
Oh,
And I would advise you do not follow me out. That would not end well for you. As the ramp opens and he walks out. And he doesn't glance back. And he begins walking over towards the other shuttles where now you see Bit-Bit. Actually, you can't really see down out the ramp unless you're choosing to look. But you see him walk down the ramp and disappear out of view.
Okay. Can I close the boarding ramp?
Yep.
And run to the cockpit to see what this fucker's talking about.
As you enter the cockpit, you immediately spot a small Wookiee, which you recognize to be one of the two young Wookiees who you had transported.
Okay.
Whose name escapes me right now, even though I was vividly remembered it before the stream.
Is it Loflana?
Loflana, that's right. And if you remember, I think it was you last week who spotted her being transported, or maybe it was the other guys. I don't remember who. But somebody had spotted her being walked towards the shuttles, but somehow she is here, and she's like hiding underneath the sort of area where the pilot usually is.
Okay.
She just waves at you.
I can't fucking understand her. So, you should know how to use ship. Shit. Can I see if I can figure out a way? Basically, I want to see if I can communicate with the blue ship because I know it's nearby. I see it fly overhead. That's what I want to talk to because, you know.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Make a computer check for me. Because this ship has been contacted by that ship recently. You might be able to like spot it there on the computer, but you need to do a check for me, Bit to see if you could comprehend that information, and I am ready for you.
It's not if this works.
A computing check for me, sir. Success with the one threat. So you look on the computer.
You guys don't understand. My thing is just one green. That's it.
You get on the communications console and you see the most recently contacted ship, and you get this feeling. You just contact it. What do you say?
Just hello. You sit there.
And those of you on the ship, as you're what happened
He's
there?
gone again. Jay's
Oh, was
dead.
it Jay? Oh shoot.
Did we contact him on the ship, or did I contact him on my thing?
I think it was on my comlink.
Okay, so
I remember talking to the comlink, and then we got the response through.
That'd be so. It would be on your comlink then. Sorry, on Kalal's comlink, and you hear Bip speak, a familiar voice, as you guys are now approaching for your assault.
Well, hold on.
What is it?
I got a message through. Bip. Hello?
Hello? You're a friend?
Yes, it's Bip. Bip, is that you?
It's me,
Are you-
Mr. on the great thing. How are
You're on
you?
the Pip is on the ship.
Perfect. That gives us a man on the ground.
Where are yous?
We are around the village. We are planning an assault. We did not realize you were here. We couldn't see you.
Oh, okay. So, to catch you up, there's a blonde man. He just left. He had the tracker. I broke the tracker. He wants the droid. Apparently, there's some sort of memory thing on it that he wants. He's just left. Misa have Loflana here. We still need to go get this guy.
What
Wait,
droid?
he wanted my.
What
memory-
droid?
The
Kurlal, ask him what droid.
I'm holding down the button, Z.
Okay, I grab Kurlal's arm. What droid?
the little droid that we hid that Zakian was working on.
I now grab
What
Z's arm.
specifically?
I now grab Z's arm. What? My R5 droid didn't get anything?
He said not get nothing. Misa convinced him not to. But
Just ask for the thing. Don't pull my arm. My God.
what are you doing? You touching?
Look, we're planning to free the Wookiees. You need to get outside now. We're about to.
So you want me to go out there and start the fighting?
We've got about 30 seconds here, guys. Get ready.
Misa start swinging. Yes,
All
sir,
right.
Capitan.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
you
God.
hang up.
The fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
swap the map because it seems like we're heading this way.
Is it combat time?
This is a zoomed-in landing platform.
Oh, he's got it ready.
This is pretty fucking dope.
Let me just
This
grab.
is really dope. Map
the-
skills off the charts.
Are these
Um,
two on
did
the
we-
left? Ones
Did we
that
happen
Pip
to
already
see
killed?
the guy come out if we were flying around preparing for an
So
assault?
as you guys were on approach, you definitely would have seen the Imperial officer fella. He sort of walked his way. He would be around here right now. He's making his way back towards the shuttles. He's
Okay, so
there.
he's still out.
Yeah, he's out at the moment. I will move
Okay.
you guys off of the shuttle quickly so I can grab it and make it a bit bigger to be in scale with the rest of this stuff. It's about there. Yeah, that works. All right, so you guys are not necessarily on the ground right now, but you are on your way on approach. Bip, you're inside. You get this order. Go now, go. And
just run straight off the boarding ramp.
you guys are approaching. You do spot some of these stormtroopers now looking in your direction and beginning to prepare themselves for a fight. And there are quite a few of them. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go for an initiative now.
Oh shit, them two there. Oh, they're the ones I killed.
Yeah, so there are two dead ones on the
Yeah.
outskirts from the direction you came from before.
They got stabbity doo wopped.
Stabbity do what?
Stabbity doo da, stippity
Come on.
day.
Come on, Bip, your shoulders are gonna hurt after this.
Oh, we'll see.
You ready to carry this entire combat?
Nah, you guys can do damage. You guys
Oh.
can
They can do damage.
Are
Now,
we doing cool, yeah?
I don't do damage. Yeah,
so
it's
you
gotta
guys
be
are all
Oh.
prepared for the combat right now. So yeah,
Oh, sorry, we're rolling.
So I go to combat and then I roll this thing on the cord, right, after clicking on my guy.
yes, please. I need
Oh, I
to
didn't click
get.
on my guy. Whoops.
That's a
Fuck's sake.
good rolls. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I
They're just getting progressively better.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn, boys,
Yeah.
you nailed it. You nailed it.
Does that advantage work for Strayed? In this instance, on initiative?
No, because it does affect. I don't think we've done that before. I think initiative is just it affects how
Sam, I'm trying, okay?
high
I'm
up the
trying.
rankings.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Affects how high up the rankings you go. I don't think we've been able to use that one before. It has to be on like a
That's not
skill
true.
check essentially,
Fuck again.
on an action or something like that. Okay, I've got a few different sheets to. Do you know what? A third monitor would be lovely right now. I can't even lie. It would actually be so helpful because I've got like stat blocks open. I've got fucking dice pool.
Oh, we know what Mitchell's getting next payday.
Yeah, I might have to. I don't have room on my desk anymore for it though. All right,
Just, put it above one of them.
Sit on your lap.
I'm just
Well,
thinking about
next year.
breaks for today. I tell you what, shall we take our break now so that I can get everything ready and we'll just come back and we'll go. All right.
That sounds
So-
good to me.
Sounds
'cause
good.
I'm
We'll-
desperate for a piss.
Yeah. If anyone needs to
Sounds
go for a toilet, drink, whatever you got to do,
Sounds good.
we'll be back in. We'll say
2
A big old 10 minutes, all right, ladies and
2
gentlemen?
hours worth of combat.
I mean... take it back. In fact, we're going to go over to the combat screen. And there is the music. Lovely, Jolie. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, maybe. So you guys are hot approaching this landing platform as Meatball's like, brace yourself, and he comes in. It's a bit of a rough landing. You hear like this crash sound as the shuttle impacts into the wood, and he sort of manages to spin it so it lands sort of sideways facing. Where you now see the groups of stormtroopers spanning out and taking cover, and they're sort of training their rifles towards your shuttle. You're all gonna have a brief moment to get out of the shuttle, and I'm gonna say, in fact, let me roll a little D100 for my reference. Let's see where you guys roughly land. Bit of chaos. All right, so you guys skidded a little bit in this direction. But not too far. You guys have a brief moment here to get out of the shuttle, essentially, if you want to, or you can choose to remain inside. So, who's gonna get out and who's gonna stay in?
I'm 100% charging out. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah.
So
out.
Z
Vibro
steps
plane and
out. Took steps out. Kalal, you say you're staying in or getting out?
What side can I get out from? Is
So
it both
the exit
sides or
would
just
be
the
on
one?
this side, but you could
Oh.
stand behind it on this side.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
So you get out and stand behind it as cover.
Yeah.
Zakian,
Not yet.
you're staying in.
I'm
Soltartha.
very nervous.
Oh, I've spun Zakian around. Soltartha jumps out. Axe jumps out. He's ready to go. Meatball
Right.
and Pansy as well.
Do they still have their crossbow?
No, so yeah, they still
leave
have
them,
those.
or-
They still have them on like their backs, but they've got these like big melee poles out ready to go. They look like they're gonna be getting nitty gritty.
Okay.
All right,
I am going to get into the pilot seat. Oh,
you get into the
shit.
pilot seat.
Yeah.
All right, sure, you can totally do that. You jump in the pilot seat of the old shuttle. All right, so now we're going to go into our initiative order. So who rolled 3-1 for this first round? Doing
I
That would
mean,
be me.
Bip Bip. So Bip Bip, you're inside. You hear the sound of like this crashing ship as it has a bit of a rough landing.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Charge off the boarding ramp. 'Cause,
Okay, so
Captain said get swinging.
it's certainly going to
So-
use up your entire maneuver to get from the cockpit to the landing ramp and then out of the ship. That'll be your maneuver this turn.
That'll be my maneuver.
Yeah, because that's like
Okay.
quite a bit of movement.
Okay. So what I'll do is, you know how the boarding ramp comes down,
Uh-huh.
because I can't afford to take any strain. I'm just gonna take cover behind the boarding ramp. the
Okay,
low
so we'll put you
boarding
around here on the map. Oh, what I'll do is I'll freehand. I'll draw like a little little ramp.
do you not get
Yeah.
if you exchange your action for a maneuver, isn't that you don't get strength for that, right? It's only if you take an extra
You
maneuver.
can do that, yeah,
Okay.
but you can't take 3 maneuvers on one turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but so like
Oh,
if
well,
I
they-
was to then move again but not take strain, I then can't do an action, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You just be able to get to another position.
Yeah, I mean the chances of me when I get there he misses, but another one might shoot at me, which is bad.
There's a whole load of
So-
stormtroopers. Now you see, as you're on the landing ramp taking cover, you spot a good few groups of stormtroopers here.
Okay, as Bit would do. Can I see everyone else from where I am?
You do totally see the group, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna lean out, poke my head out of the body. I'll go, oh!
Hello, did you say?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, I love it. All right, okay, sure. So is that your turn?
Yeah. Just pop
Okay.
out, said hello.
Now it's the Wookiees' turn. So these guys are gonna go together. First
Go
up-
again.
Axe is gonna step forward. He kneels down. He readies the rocket launcher, and he's gonna fire it right here in this group in front of him.
Nice.
So the target. So the way these stormtroopers work is, I don't know if you guys remember, they're minion groups. So they move
yeah.
and act on each other's turns, and essentially they have 5 wound threshold, and every time you hit that, one of them dies. and then until there's none left, essentially. And their skills get worse as you go. So whilst there's 3 of them, they've got quite a good shooting skill, but when there's only 1 of them, they're quite useless. So this battle, if it all goes in your favour, will get easier as it goes on.
Yeah, but Mitch, if we want to do it by canon, none of them should ever hit any of them.
Well, yeah, there is that side of it as well. So he's going to shoot at this group of 3 with a big old explosive rocket launcher. So this is a ranged heavy attack, and I have a Wookiee stat sheet here. His ranged heavy is 2, so that'll be 2 yellow and 1. How many greens would he have there? Is that a brawn skill? This is the confusing thing about using homebrew. Not homebrew. Using like these little minion sheets. I think that. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
What is it for?
It's a ranged heavy attack. He's got 2 ranged heavy.
Ranged heavy is agility. So it's,
Agility, okay.
I'm looking on combat skills. I'm assuming that's the right.
So he's got 3 agility, so he'd have 3 green dice, and he's got 2 ranged heavy, so he'd have 2 yellow and 2 green. I think that would work out as, because they replaced, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and
Yes.
it is a. From this distance, this is going to be. Oh, I've just freehand drawn a line. This is just on the edge of 1 range band, so we'll make this an average difficulty shot. We'll see how this goes.
Wow. Really, really
Big
bad.
success. So, what was the damage of that frag grenade, Sam?
He weren't lying. He did hit that
The
one.
frag
Good shot.
grenade was 8 damage.
8 damage spread against this group. So he kneels down. He's like, he gets his launcher and he just takes a moment. You hear this, and it blows up. I heart SW.
I heart Star Wars.
Fair enough.
I don't know who wrote that. Who wrote that?
Who wrote that, bro? Oh my god. You watch as this middle crate is impacted directly in front of this first stormtrooper. He is completely blown to smithereens. That one in front of him.
Good.
And he is like, you see parts of his armor landing in the area because he is fully dead. And the blast sort of impacts more on this right-hand side, and this guy takes the rest of those wounds. It feels like playing fucking Warhammer, with these
Yeah, it does.
little
It does,
groups. It does. I've realised I for some reason wrote all of them as 6 wounds, but they only have 5, and that is kind of frustrating me, but we'll deal with that as it comes. So then he stands up, and he's going to try, he's going to use, Axel is basic, love that. He's going to use his movement to run forward.
Basic.
Whoa.
actually. He's Bay.
He runs forward, and he gets up against this this crate here. The next Wookiee, Saltatha, is going to use his movement to run all the way over here and get as far as he can. Pansy is going to run over here and start moving. She's going to get up next to Saltatha. Meatball is going to pull out his bowcaster, and he's going to move forward a little bit, and he's going to fire at this group of stormtroopers here. And he's going to see if he can take that guy on the right out. We'll see. Okay. Gonna add a black dice because he is in cover. The rocket launcher didn't really suffer from cover, but the bowcaster will. And that is a big
Whoa.
These guys are rolling heavy hitters. He does suffer some strain, which translates to wounds for this boy, but that's okay. As he readies his bowcaster, and you hear a very deep sounding thunk as this beam of green energy fires and blasts this stormtrooper. As he peeks over to see the source of that explosion, just gets pinged in the head, and he falls down to the ground. Ah! I should have had a little button to play the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
God damn. There you go. 2 stormtroopers down on the Wookiees go.
Hey, you lot didn't need me.
The next player character, whoever rolled 2 successes and 3.
I think that was me.
Well, there's actually 3 of. Oh no, wait, it's only you. Sorry.
That's they're yours.
Yeah.
They're the troopers.
You can choose if you want to go before or after the troopers.
I would love to go before. So
Alright.
how much movement? We'll call it.
So one range band would get you to there, so that would be your maneuver.
Okay. Would that grant me any cover from?
Yeah. So these are storage crates that you could definitely crouch behind and take cover.
Okay, so my plan is to use my maneuver to get over there, I don't know if I can get to that spot.
You can certainly get there.
To take cover there.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to... Well, first of all, how much strain do I get for taking an extra maneuver?
2.
2. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 strain to turn my action to a maneuver, and then do another maneuver to take the assist maneuver twice, which I'll flavor as like covering fire, where I'll take out my heavy blast, start firing it at the
Okay.
at the crates, and I want to give a blue dice to Z and who should I give it to? I'll give it to Tuk. So Z and Tuk gain a blue dice on their next action.
All right.
And I'll take 2 strain. Can I do that? Just to check.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't see any reason why not. Sounds good. Okay.
So yeah, I'll run over there and start firing, trying to give you covering fire to help you do your next action.
All right.
Because there's no point me trying to hit. Believe me.
we know what happens when.
Just a reminder, though, 6 light side.
There are 6 light side. Okay, the first group of troopers is gonna be the ones who are almost wiped out. It's just this gentleman left here. He is gonna take a moment to move back. That'll be his maneuver for the turn. That'll be his maneuver for the turn. He's gonna take cover here, so he's gonna gain that additional setback dice, and he's gonna fire at. He's got a good weapon, so he can shoot at long range. He's gonna fire at Meatball, who's standing out in the open.
Not Meatball.
But that is gonna be a slightly harder shot because they're a bit further away. All right, and he's not as good at shooting anymore because he hasn't got his friends to hype him up. That's how stormtroopers work.
They're just a bunch of hype men with guns.
That's literally it. I've accidentally closed my dice pool. Love that. Perfect. All right. Why is it closed? I can't open it. Oh no. How do I get... I've done that thing where you close the drop-down menu and I can't get it to open again.
Refresh the page.
Yeah, I closed it and reopened it and it's not opening. It's still closed. There we go. All right, it worked. Stormtrooper, there's only one of them, so let me just check the sheet. I think he only has like 1 green dice to hit now. Let's see. Ranged heavy. Yeah, he has 1 green dice. He's not very good anymore. And it's a increased difficulty shot because it's further away. Let's see. It is a fail as he takes cover. He pops up, takes the shot, goes completely wide out into the forest. As he ducks back down, he smashes his helmet against the metal barrier there, and he suffers a wound. He suffers 1 wound. And that is his group's turn. Troopers 3, these guys on the left-hand side of the battle map here, they are going to spend their turn moving up a little bit and pushing forward. They're going to spread out there. Actually, you know what? I might need to code these so I don't get confused. I'll put little red dots on them. That'll help me if I move them all out and then get them all confused. These guys will be blue. All right.
So they're in 3s.
Yeah,
they're in groups of 3. This guy's fucking on his own now.
Yeah. Fine. Got you.
And then they are going to take their shots. Who are they going to shoot? They're going to shoot at the Wookiees in general, and then we'll see. Because the Wookiees are kind of acting like a minion group as well here. All right, so these guys are much more likely to hit now that they're together. I'll add 1 black dice because most of the Wookiees are in cover. Let's see. Failure is a flurry of blasts from the stormtroopers, but they all go wide. They go blasting into the cover in front of Soltava. You see Tava he bends down even more and crouches behind, just making sure none of him is sticking out, but none of the shots land.
Flurry of blows there.
Yeah, I did say flurry of blows. All right, next player character. Who is that? At this point, what you do here... What you do hear is the closing ramp of one of the shuttles over in the corner over here. This one is closing its ramp.
I think it's
It won't- The process is beginning. You start to hear like like the steam and things of the release.
Okay. What range am I in to the main guy?
That would be, sir, long range. And he is currently like crouched between these two large barriers.
Okay. Screw it. I'll fire at the troopers. I'm going to go in a little bit closer though. So how far would I be able to move in?
So up to these green ones would be your one maneuver.
Okay, I'll move. Would I still be able to shoot that trooper if I moved like on the other side of this green thing?
Yeah, but I mean, he would still get the benefit of cover, which he's getting anyway.
I'll move there.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm gonna pop up and try and take. Actually, you know what? Since I've got long range, I'm gonna take a shot at this dude.
Well, so they're a group, so they act as one,
so
but
just
you
as a
can
group.
call your shot, sure, and say that you're going for him, but it won't change the roll. Won't
Okay.
change the difficulty of the roll.
I'm gonna fire at them.
Fuck this stupid thing! I keep doing it.
Oh, do it then.
I keep closing it. It's just I accidentally click on it. All right. So that'll be one black dice because he's in cover. Two
I do
purple.
get the blue dice from Kalal.
You do get a blue dice from Kalal. Go ahead and roll for me, sir.
Come on.
Success and one. Is that an advantage? Yeah. So you can reduce a strain if you like.
Oh my god! Thank God.
It's like music to your ears.
Whoa.
As you raise your blaster and you fire, aiming for the guy over here in cover. How much damage is your blaster?
9.
9. They do have soak, so he is definitely hit. And you do leave a fairly large blaster mark on his armor, but he sort of goes back into cover and disappears out of sight.
Oh damn. Yeah, I'm just gonna duck back down behind the crate and start preparing for my next attack.
All right, cool. Who's up next? 2 and 1. Zakim, what you doing, sir, in the ship?
So I want to fire up the engines.
Yeah, they weren't set off. They're still running.
All right. So I want to head towards. Was it this ship that we saw?
Yeah, like you
getting
saw
ready to
you.
take off?
I mean, you would have been. You can hear it, like the sort of the release of the steam built up in the like pneumatic system and stuff. It's like beginning to close.
Okay, I want to start heading towards that ship.
So you're gonna lift off and fly in that direction.
But I want to.
Okay.
I want to set it to autopilot. Leave the door open.
Okay.
All right.
So you're gonna orient the ship
And
in the
then-
direction of that shuttle
Yeah.
as you're
With the
hovering
door.
there. The back door is still open.
Yep. And I want to set it off and run to the back.
Okay.
We were thinking exactly the same thing.
So you're gonna kamikaze this shuttle into that shuttle.
No, I'm setting it to miss it,
Oh.
and I want to jump onto.
Oh, I see. That
call it,
is
bonnet?
tricky. Onto like the exterior of that ship.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the ship begins to travel in that direction towards the ship, I'm gonna have to move all of this slightly over so that it's actually visible on stream. There we go, that'll do. And I'll move him back there, and I'll move you back there, you back there, you back there. All right, that'll do. I need you to make, as that shuttle is like passing over, this is going to be athletics or like.
And I want to use light side.
It's going to use light side. There it is. All right, so use your light side point. You know what we'll do for the sake of the stream? We'll say it was this one on the left so that people can see it, because
Okay.
Anything on the right side of the screen is just like not visible. All right, so go ahead and use that light support point. Boom. So you jump out and you see the Star Commuter shuttle, which had been so lovingly painted by the Wookiees, fly off and collide with one of the giant Roshir trees and just sort of completely capsize and explode into the distance as it falls into the depths of the jungle there, as it's been completely crashed out, and it disappears into the depths. And you are now on top of the Imperial Lambda class shuttle. We'll say
And
that.
Sam just scored.
Well done.
Is that the one that's beginning to take off?
Yeah, this one on the left is the one that's taken off because it's
Okay,
easier. What we'll say is your action was piloting the ship and getting it ready, and then your maneuver was jumping off. All right.
And that's the end of my turn. Can I do any more
Cool.
by taking strain, or?
If you take 2 strain, you can do another maneuver.
So would I be able to get my blaster out and shoot?
No, that's an action.
No. All right.
Okay. So that's your turn. The next player character, I believe it's
me.
Sook. Yeah.
Yes.
So you just watched that happen.
I was just a bit like, all right then.
You hear Meatball say, "My baby!" But you, Z's a bit far away. Actually, you didn't hear that. You just hear him go, as his loving ship's just been kamikazed into the jungle.
Well, they were going to do it anyway.
They were.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were going to do exactly.
They were
the
going to
same
do that.
thing.
They were.
Fucking
If I'm to suffer some strain, can I make it up to this guy?
Yes, easy.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
I don't know why
So-
he would actually be here. It's just because I moved it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
yeah,
moved all of this as well, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit confusing. He's
Oh, you
dead.
made
now.
it fat.
Yeah,
Oh,
Z's a wide boy. Sorry,
Why
Z.
you thick?
It's wide mode. Activate.
Fucking hell, Z, that
I
booty,
want
what's going on?
to essentially. Is it possible for me to jump over this and like jump on him with my vibro?
Yeah, that will all go in with your attack roll. The acrobatics attempt, I suppose.
You have a
Um,
clue?
You have a blue dice because of
Yeah, I've got that
Kalal.
ready.
You took 2 strain to move there, so that's all good.
I'm ready when you are.
It's an average check with 1 black dice. No, because you're doing a melee attack. There's no black dice. Go ahead, sir. Success and an advantage. Cool. You have PS2, correct?
PS2 with 7 damage.
7 damage. That is the Okay, no. So you flip over the thing, the little crate there, and you're able to just stab him with your sword as it just penetrates through like a soft spot in his armor, like where his shoulder is and between the chest plate, and you watch as the blood begins to run out, but he doesn't seem to die. He's still standing or crouching behind the box there, and you find yourself next to him. He is looking rough though.
Roof. Good. Don't think I can do anything else. No.
Nope. I think that's everything.
That's the end of my turn. Yeah, end of my
The
turn.
next group of troopers, the blue team over here, they are going to fire at Z, who is in cover behind the box here. The group of troopers are going to ready their blasters and fire a volley of shots at Z. Z, you are in cover, so I'll give you a black dice there. And this is a medium range shot, so I think that would mean it would be a difficult check, right? Like 3 dice. Actually, you know what? No, it's a medium check.
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, because this is not far. All right, let's see. It's a success. As this volley of blows keeps coming out. This volley of blaster bolts. A volley of blaster bolts fires towards Z. A couple of them impact you, and that is damage. It's pretty high, Z. Prepare yourself, boy.
All right.
That is damage. God, I wish it wasn't so small. Damage 11.
Ooh.
No,
Okay,
sorry,
I tell you-
wrong one.
Okay, good.
Damage 9.
Okay, and I take my soak off of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was
As long
9,
as they don't
right?
have any pierce, which I don't believe they do.
What
No.
does armor do?
So
what does armor do
armor
again?
adds a black dice to the
Black
roll.
dice. Okay. Okay, I thought so.
Yeah. What is going on with this right now? God, everything is so weird on stream. I don't know why. Never mind. The rolls have gone. Oh, that's fine.
Oh, is it because you've got certain thing?
Because I
Right,
zoomed
yeah,
in
right.
another window, it moved things around, but that's fine. All right, cool. So
Right.
they've taken their shot. They are gonna spend their movement this turn. Are they gonna move? I think they're fine there. I think they're fine. So they're gonna remain in that spot there, and they are gonna end their turn. Lieutenant Alexander's turn. He doesn't even look at you guys. He just walks to this shuttle, which is preparing to take off, and gets on board. And he disappears outside.
Knew I should have fucking shot him.
And that is his turn.
Fine.
Okay, so now we're in the second round of combat. You guys can choose who wants to go first. It's up to you. It's just a player character.
It's beneficial if I go higher because
You can buff people up, right?
it doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be like right at the beginning, but I'm gonna buff.
Kalal's the bard, effectively.
In a way, yeah.
Maybe just go first then, mate, because then you'll buff 2 people.
Kalal, you're up.
Well, I'm going to take another strain, I think, and I'm gonna stay in the same place and
Mhm.
use 3 maneuvers to assist.
So you should
Can
only.
I do that?
I think the rule is that you can only do 2 maneuvers in 1 turn.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, in
you
which
can't
case, then-
give up your action and take 2 strain. It's either or.
Oh, okay. Very well then. I will. Do you know what? I will. In which case, then I'm gonna still take that strain. I'm gonna use 2 maneuvers to assist. Is it? Do I have to choose the character? I need to check again. To
I
another
believe so.
character. Yeah, it just says another character. So I'm gonna hedge my bets that the wikis are pretty solid. So I'll go Took and I'll go Z again.
Took and
Okay.
Z. All right. So you
Took
guys
and
get
Z again.
will get a blue dice.
So I'll take 2 strain for that, and then I will use my own action to try and fire. Do I have to make a? Do I have to choose a specific target or?
Well, you need to choose a group, and I'm gonna say. How far are you? You're pretty far.
I'm pretty far. I'm pretty sure.
This
so
would be
it's
a
not
long
gonna-
range shot. So if your
Do I have
blaster isn't capable of
anything?
long range, then you won't be able to hit.
Oh, that is a good point. God, it's been.
Because I'm not sure what blaster you
Since
have.
we learned the actual rules. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
medium, so it won't work.
So you
in
need
which
to
case, then-
have moved up to be able to hit these guys.
Okay.
But you can fire for traumatic
I'm-
effect if you like.
I am learning for these absolutely new rules to me because I haven't fired since. Fuck, I
Like
don't know.
day one,
Last time
right?
I fired my gun.
You killed. What's his
Yeah,
face?
you
Like,
killed
no,
Trex.
Fuck
Yeah,
me,
that's
yeah.
the only thing you shot.
No, he
Yeah.
fired him. He fired and broke the thing. That,
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, the
that's right.
restraining
Yeah, I
bolt.
fucked it.
In the-
yeah.
Which
in the-
actually, thank you, because it's a godsend that Took doesn't have that anymore.
Well, you know, okay. To speed things along, I'm
Still have one.
not going to use my. I'm not going to take a strain. Then I'll just transfer my action to maneuver and use it to do that.
Perfect. All right.
Because I don't want to, bog things down as I try to read it all. So I'll stay in there, continue my covering fire at like just the space over here.
Okay, the
So,
Wookiees on
that
their
was-
turn
Just to clarify, that was who did I say again? I said Took
and Z for assists, right?
Cool. Yeah.
All right. The Wookiees are going to move up further, and they're going to take cover here and begin to move towards these stormtroopers. Meatball will join them in the back as Axe is now dropped the rocket launcher now that it's out of ammo, and he's got his so that'll be 2 maneuvers for him. So he's not going to be able to attack this turn because he's moved and he's changed weapon. He's got his melee weapon now ready. Pansy and Sotafa have moved and they have their melee weapons ready. So they are gonna move around and they're gonna begin attacking this group of blue stormtroopers. That is what they're gonna do.
They've fucking got in there, haven't they?
Yeah, they've covered some ground. At this point, you guys do hear, and the ramp is now closed, and the engines begin to power on this Imperial shuttle, which Lieutenant Alexander had boarded. Zakian, make a perception check for me. This is just gonna be hard. No black dice because you're a good boy at that.
Acute senses.
Success.
Is also
You
wonderful.
hear through the noise of battle and blaster fire, you hear like the sound of like a ship approaching. It doesn't sound. You hear like the engine of a ship, and it's in the distance, and you don't quite catch any glimpses of it through the sort of thick forest and jungle. But it doesn't sound as aggressive or dread-inspiring as the scream of a TIE fighter that you guys have sort of grown a bit more used to hearing at this point.
Calling it Rebels.
Instead, you hear like a much more calmer humming sound as these what you presume ship or ships are approaching.
X-Wing.
Well, let's not assume that, because I swear to God, if it's fucking actual Inquisitor.
No, it's
Oh,
the pirate. It's the pirates that we ignored before.
Oh yeah, the pirates come back.
You know what?
What
It's-
do you mean, man?
It's the Hutts and the Black Suns, and they've come to fuck you up because they figured you're bullshit out.
I mean, honestly,
Would be
fair.
surprised.
It could be anything. Okay, so
Oh,
Zakian, you
God.
noticed that. And now Sartatha and Pansy are going to attack the...
Wait, so I didn't even get a turn.
You did get a
Oh,
turn.
wait.
That wasn't
was
your
my
turn.
turn.
That was just an out of initiative check.
Okay. Yeah,
Because I wanted to give you some information. The gladiators, where are they? Here they are. They have so many things to be opening right now. This is going to be a medium check. Do the stormtroopers have armor? I don't think they do. I think they just have soak.
From my experience, it was just
Yeah,
so.
they just have
They got
soak.
shit armor.
They just have soak. It's good soak though. 5. It's pretty. It's a lot.
That is pretty good.
Big so.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 2 and 2 for these guys. Oh, okay, it's all good. 2, 2,
Ow.
2. All right, let's roll it. Successes for the first guy and an advantage. So the advantage they can't use because they're not like that. So this is 8 damage as Sartatha rushes around the corner with his companion. He immediately swings his axe towards this stormtrooper on the right, and he sort of takes a chunk of its armor off, like the shoulder pad just cracks off of the armor, and leaves behind sort of a bloody wound running down its side, but it doesn't fall dead. And Pansy is going to attempt to do the same thing. Success as well. Same scenario. They too both go rushing in. They both attack, and they both hit. Very nice from the Wookiees. And that is where they're going to end their turn. Yeah, that's where they're going to end their turn, and it is another player character. Whoever's up.
Could I go?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I want to fire Billy No Mates.
Billy No Mates. Yeah, this guy here. So yeah, he's like ducking in and out of cover. You see him every now and then picking up and having a look around.
Mm-hmm.
You can certainly try and have a shot at him. It's going to be a little bit harder because he's got that cover. But you do have
I
a blue
do get
dice.
the blue dice, yeah.
You do have a blue dice, so he that will be at this range. That's just going to be whatever. I keep forgetting how I've ruled it. I think it was 3 dice before, so we'll go 3 dice again.
Okay. You ready?
I am indeed ready, sir.
Oh.
Failure, unfortunately for from Z there. As he pokes his head up, you try to time it, but he just quickly ducks his head down again, and the blast goes wide.
This guy. Watched his 2 mates die, and now he
He's fearing for his life.
He lives.
I'm gonna take a slash at his weak point where I've stabbed before.
Is it your turn?
Or wait, is it not?
I don't
maybe
think
not?
so.
No, it's another
Oh.
PC player, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, I
don't
thought
think so.
Does
It
it
goes
not
to
work
the
like that?
troopers after.
It's the troopers next.
Shit.
So first up is Billy No Mates, and he is not very good right now. and he wants to get on that ship, but they've closed the doors on him. So he is going to go ahead and fire back at... You know what? He sees the Wookiees rushing his friends over here, and he's going to fire at the Wookiees. So this will just be... With that, it will be 2 purple, 1 black, 1 green to hit. Let's see. Big foul to see as his gun misfires, and sort of like... It's like sparks in his hands and his weapon becomes slightly damaged. No luck from Billy No Mates. Then it is the red group. These guys are still in full power, and Took, you are their big threat right now.
I'm in their triangle.
So they are gonna. I tell you what they're gonna do. They're gonna move. They're gonna run away. This guy's gonna run up here. And they're just going to take cover. This guy's going to move up here. And now they're going to fire at you.
One black dice for my armor.
I'm wondering if that... Yeah, no, they're going to fire at you. 1 black dice for your armor. That's cool. And it's... I believe it's 2 yellow, 1 green for these guys.
That was pretty good.
Balls! I closed it. No, I didn't. Ignore me. And it's going to be 3 purple because they're behind. Covering, you're there. All right, let's go. A fail as they fire. You hear, and they all just keep going past you, and they're hitting the ground around you, but they are just hitting everything but you. In that classic Stormtrooper fashion.
Yeah, that's more canon.
Yeah, that is very canon. And now it is a player character's go.
I'm gonna fucking respond to that then. I'm gonna jump up onto this one here, and I'm just gonna put the blaster in this one's face. Is this the same one who ran away from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast him in the face with my...
You're gonna raise your pistol towards him.
Straight in his head. Yeah.
Okay, you have a blue dice from Kalal. We'll say because of the way you've moved, the cover of him is not effective anymore. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm ready. Here, 8 damage. They have 5 soak, but one of the Stormtrooper, as you go over the top of the barrier, the blaster is he looks up at you, and your blaster is like right in his face, and you just pull the trigger, and he falls back onto the ground.
Nice.
With a heavy
Can
clunk.
I jump on his body? Does that count?
Yeah, you can stand down on him. Yeah, you can embody his space, as he is now dead. Okay, is that your turn?
That's my turn. Yep.
Next one up. Who's next? I believe it's just Bip and Zakian this round.
Yeah, so I'm currently on the windshield, right?
Yeah, so you'll be on that front sort of area of the ship, yeah.
Right, so am I looking straight into the pilot?
You can totally peek over and see, yeah, the inside of the ship, and if you do, you would see a pilot and an Imperial officer walking in through the doors.
Oh, so they weren't even in there. So they don't know I'm on there. Has anyone noticed I'm on there?
It doesn't look like they've noticed you. They're kind of in the midst of initiating takeoff.
Is there any way I can sneak on?
You You heard the landing ramp close, so you would know it's probably a very slim chance you'd be able to get on this ship right now. You'd have to like.
Did Lieutenant? Who is it? Lieutenant Alex?
Yeah.
Did he get? He got on after I was already on top of the ship. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got on the ship, and then he walked up the landing ramp and closed it behind him.
So it would have been really sneaky for me to get on without him noticing.
I mean, it's already happened in this initiative order anyway, so.
Yeah. Can I hang over and try and do something to open it from the outside?
Yeah, I'll allow it. You can try and use the keypad from up top if you're hanging off. We'll make it. I believe it is an athletics check.
An athletics check for that?
To hang off the edge of the ship and open the. Oh, you know what? We'll go stealth. If you're trying to do it sneakily, right?
Yeah.
We'll go stealth.
Yeah, that's better for me.
I will make it hard because there's only one landing ramp, so they're probably going to notice that they're definitely going to notice that the landing ramp's open, but will they notice you is the question. Go ahead. I'm ready. Success with a threat. So as you lean over, you quickly input the standard Imperial landing ramp procedure, whatever that may be, and you hear the engines, which were like powering up, begin to power down as now the ramp has sort of cancelled the takeoff procedure as it's opening again. You're peering over around the edge, and you see inside a group of Wookiees, maybe 8 or 9, very densely packed in here, and you see 2 stormtroopers, sort of with these like electro pole type things, just sort of jabbing them and keeping them shepherded in one small area. And it's kind of hard to see past how many Wookiees there are, but there is at the other end of the room that door, which is closed, but you saw on the other side of it is where the cockpit is and the lieutenant and the pilot is. What are you doing? We'll say that was a maneuver. So you still got your action, or another maneuver if you want to do another maneuver.
Is there somewhere I can hide on the ship? Like one of the floor panels?
I mean, it's a fairly small vessel, and the room is incredibly packed with like the Wookiee slaves in here.
Can I like hide in the Wookiees? Like
inside a Wookiee.
You'll take 2 strain to do another maneuver, and it will be a stealth check to see if you can sneak in there whilst the stormtroopers are sort of jabbing at them and trying to keep them at bay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, let's see. You get yourself in there. All right, let's see. Oh, fuck, I closed me dice pool again. Such a dickhead.
As like this is happening.
Uh-huh.
Can I see what Zach is doing?
We'll get... probably not, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see on your turn.
Okay.
You definitely would have seen him jump out of the shuttle. That's hard to miss. All right, I'll make this a hard check. And I'm going to add a black dice because the stormtroopers are kind of actively involved in the Wookiees right now. But it's not impossible. We'll see. Go ahead, sir. Roll for me.
One sec.
Roll that cheeky stealth for me, boy.
He's seeing if he's got anything that can buff him.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything for stealth.
It's not bad stealth. 1 yellow, 2 purple, 2 green. It's pretty good.
Do it. I believe in you.
Not a success with 2 threat. As you like sort of drop down from the roof to try and get yourself in there, one of the stormtroopers turns to you and he's like, I haven't got my voice mod ready. Halt! Stop right there! And he points the electric stick at you, and that you've done 2 maneuvers. You didn't have to do 2 strain actually, because you would have just used your action.
I'll take it off then.
Unless you want to use your action now, it's your choice.
Oh.
If you've got an action, you can do it. If not, that's your turn. What's your plan, Zakim?
Can I see if the Wookiees are in like handcuffs?
Yeah, you can totally see. They're not in handcuffs, but they all look rather weak. And like they've just lost a battle.
But there's a lot of them, so they could take one.
There's quite a few of them. Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Right,
Some of them are smaller, like the children and of the village. The women and children. Yeah.
I mean, if the fucking Ewoks won, come on.
Yeah.
The Ewoks had Luke Skywalker.
Do I recognise any of them?
At quick glance here, no, because there's just so many all packed in together.
Right, I want to pull out my blaster and shout, "You guys go for the other one!"
All right, you're going to shoot the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
All right, let me just quickly.
And I'll take 2 strain for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you took the 2 strain from the attempt at getting on, and then these 2 stormtroopers are here now, so they'll be their own group. Give me uno momento, and then I'll do the dice pool for you to shoot at them. These guys are gonna be. No, that's the shuttle. These guys are gonna be orange. So there's a group of 2 of them, and you are shooting at him. You are in the engaged range, So you're like in melee range, so it'll be hard. But you can still do it. Go ahead and roll for me, sir. Success as you just blast him.
Your damage is 5.
Unfortunately, your damage is 5. So the blaster bolt just hits his armor and just you see it like pulse as the sort of energy is absorbed of your blaster bolt. And that is your turn, Zakian, I'm afraid.
That is determined that you're useless.
Right, let's go have a look at some different.
You need a better. You got to get a better weapon, boy. All right, Bip, you're the only one left now.
It is just me. Okay.
What are you doing, boy?
So from
You
where I
would definitely
am,
be able to see what's going on there.
can I see that he's low at the boarding ramp? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And I see blonde bitch go on there.
Yeah, you would have seen Lieutenant Alexander board.
Yeah. Okay. Can I, as my maneuver, make it to that ship?
Not in one maneuver. It would be 2 maneuvers to get over there.
2. How many strain will I take?
2 strain.
Yeah, go on then.
All right. So with your lightsaber out,
Yeah, lightsaber out.
you dash across the battlefield. You guys now see Bip, who has been hiding for the rest of this fight. All of a sudden, you see this dash of blue light dash across the battlefield, and Zakian, all of a sudden, Bip is standing next to you. Oh shit! I've banished.
And the ship disappeared.
I've banished it
ship's
to the
gone.
GM layer. Sorry. I'm trying to move it to the back. There we go. As Bip is now standing next to you with his lightsaber drawn. Bip, you got an
Okay.
action.
I've got an Okay.
'Cause
Well,
you
I
took
mean,
2
my action
strain.
is I'm just gonna. I need to add my strain. Yeah. I'm just gonna swing at the stormtrooper.
Okay, you're gonna swing at the one who's pointing his pole at Zakian.
Zakian, yeah. I'm gonna protect my boy.
All right. This is gonna be 2 difficulty and nothing else. I'm ready for you, boy. It's a success with 1
I will
advantage.
Take off a strain.
Take up a strain, that's fine. What's the damage of your lightsaber now, sir?
10.
10. You immediately
Big old
slice
10.
into the stormtrooper's chest and across it. And previously, where that blaster bolt would hit and been absorbed, it is now carbon scored and open, and he drops to the floor.
Nice.
He's
And
dead.
as he does that, I'm gonna go. Whoa, that's got him bigger.
Perfect. Okay.
Hello, you're muted, by the way. I see you were trying to say something.
Okay.
I didn't even realize I was muted. I was going to ask, do you have like a thing that ignores armor
Me?
on the lightsaber? Is that a thing?
Just
Just in case it matters.
I believe it
There's-
does ignore
Yeah,
armor.
Yeah, I've got breach 1, which is ignore 1 point of armor for every rank in breach.
And you also have one that gives you an armor and one that gives you a ranged armor.
Yeah, and I get a deflection as well in case
Yeah.
people shoot at me. I can deflect.
All right.
If anybody would like to see real quick,
How your
should I, just
lightsaber looks.
should I post it in the stream? Should I post these 2 links in the stream?
Yeah, if you want to, man.
Should I do it in the chat?
I don't know if Moobot or Nightbot will allow you.
Oh, yeah. that's a good
Send them in the
point.
Discord and I'll post them in the
Can we not?
I'll
Link?
link them into our Discord.
All right,
Just so
that
people
is your turn. Troopers
So-
2, the Blue Boys.
You do
They-
now, Jane.
Oh,
They are
So that is.
Oh, there you go.
That first one is the
That's
what is
nice.
it? That the handle, and the second one. Where the fuck is Edge of Empire? There it is. Is the color. So it's
There you
like
go. I think
it's like a royal blue lightsaber,
Oh,
not like the
very
light
sexy.
blue that you usually see.
Ooh,
it's a
like
slightly
the
darker
blue
shade of
his
blue.
Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Effectively, pretty much.
Brand
If anyone in the chat wants to see the link, there you go. Mitchell's posting it in the chat.
Yeah, I posted just the one of them for now.
And it's got I bought followers carved into the.
You're gonna make me leave the stream then.
So these blue guys, they are being completely overrun here by the 2 Wookiees in front of them. So they're going to back up towards this shuttle, which has its ramp down, and they are going to fire at Pansy and Saltatha and the Wookiees as a group, and they'll see who they hit. let's do that. As they are at full power, they have, I believe it was 2 yellow, 1 green. I've been doing it. That's what it's going to be right now. Let's see. It's a crit.
Oh.
It's a crit from the stormtroopers.
That's
Now,
not good.
the rule for minions is they can't crit, so it's just a major success.
Oh, really? They can't crit?
They can't crit
that's
because
good.
they're minions. They're not like super powerful enough to do those kind of things. When you get rivals and rivals and nemesis, they can do crits. So, for example, Lieutenant Alexander would be considered a rival or a nemesis, one of the two. So he has a bit more.
Hardly. He ran away.
They do hit. They do hit. Well, or a Sith Inquisitor would be considered enough to crit. So this is the Stormtroopers, which means I got to find their stat block. There it is. That was 9 damage. The weird thing is, it does have crit 3. I'll just add a wound. That'll be my rule. Minions can add wound if they crit. Sure. That goes for the Wookiees as well. Okay, so that is going to be 10 damage as they open fire on the Wookiees. Who did they hit? They hit Saltatha, as he's looking incredibly damaged now.
Oh dear.
As he actually, let me just double check his sheet. He might have some soak. I didn't think he did. Oh, he does have some soak. All right, so he had that. So, all right, yeah, he's looking. I mean, he's looking rough. It was a big hit. As these.
Wookiee pull a man's arm off yet, have we?
No, we haven't seen that.
Damn.
Oh god, it's so finicky. There we go. He's on that much. Cool. That is going to be their turn. As Lieutenant Alexander, on his turn, is going to man the shuttle. In fact, no. The shuttle's not taken off. So you guys see the... What is he going to do? Nothing happens on his turn that you guys know of. At this point, you guys now all begin to hear that noise of what Zakin had heard, the approaching ships. As these, through the tree line, you see the glimpses of these 4-winged fighter ships. As 3 X-Wings begin to approach. Oh, as they swing in, they will be a bit bigger than that. Never mind that. 3 of them. It is X-Wings. And what you notice is they are painted with like this blue kind of decal. This blue color. And they land themselves as far up as they can.
Hell yeah.
And you see 3 orange jumpsuited rebels hop out.
What lads?
And join the fray.
Yay.
That's a very tempered yay.
Rebellion.
The rebellion are here.
What's that?
One of them is the guy from The Mandalorian as well. One of them doesn't look like that token, but we'll get to that later. I didn't have time. I forgot to make a token. That's fine. And they are going to just add themselves in at the bottom of initiative. Rebels. In fact, it'll be their turn now. As it's like the ending of that last round. We'll just put them at the bottom. And they are going to fire at the red stormtroopers. So now I need to open another stat block because I like making big combat, apparently.
Do these work as minions also?
They also work as minions. So they are going to fire their blaster carbines at the red stormtroopers. So they...
Good gun, that.
It's not bad at
Maybe
all.
I'll get one.
Little three burst. The red stormtroopers are in cover from the rebels, but we'll see. Oh, a big success as they managed to hit this guy who is in cover in front of you, Took. As he stands up to sort of move away from you, you see he gets blasted by 3 blaster bolts and he falls to the ground.
That was mine.
All right, and now it is a player character's turn. Whoever chooses to go.
I want to chop the other dude that's in this thing because I don't trust him. He might kill Zakin.
Okay, so Bip Bip's gonna go first.
Yay!
Bip Bip,
I need to keep you alive.
You need to shuffle, so you'd have to use like your maneuver just to shuffle round to be able to reach him, but that's no worries.
Yeah, fine.
And then
fine.
action to try and hit him.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. No, I've got so many tabs open. I'm so sorry.
Right.
That is just an average check. Go ahead, sir. I love melee checks because it's just 2 purple dice unless they've got armor.
Yeah. Bip Bip slice.
Big. Oh, what is your crit rating on your lightsaber? Just to check it isn't 3.
Where would I see this?
On your weapon. Yeah, combat weapon.
Yeah.
It will say crit and then a number.
Oh, it's 2.
So that is a crit. So you need to roll a crit dice for me.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take off 1 strain.
I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter because it's a crit.
No, he's
automatically
gonna die
dies.
anyway. Like he's gonna die whether I crit or not.
So yeah, but there's no point rolling it because when you crit a minion group, you just kill 1, guaranteed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah,
he's the last one in the group.
So he kind of raises his You bring the lightsaber down over your head, and he raises his pole to try and block it, and it goes straight through, and you carve him straight through his head as he drops to the ground.
Dead bitch.
There's a dead stormtrooper, and unless you want to spend 2 strain, that's your turn.
Can I not, instead of a maneuver, can I see if I can see where Thingy is?
Where who is?
Alex. In the cockpit, I'm guessing.
You don't see him right now. As a free action, all you can see right now is a group of scared Wookiees.
Okay.
On board the shuttle, and you've used your maneuver to move and attack for your action. So.
Okay. Yeah, I won't do it yet. Yep. Fine.
All right.
That'll be me. That'll be me. I won't do nothing.
Up next is your Wookiee friends. They are going to charge towards the stormtroopers on this shuttle. As Axe gets involved now, Soltatha and Pansy. Meatball is there. I think I forgot to attack him last turn. My bad. And they are going to use their turn to attack these stormtroopers in a little battle. They are slightly better than stormtroopers. And they are melee attacking, the 3 of them. It is a success, so they deal... I believe it's 8. Yeah. Oh, and it has pierce 2. Nice. So they successfully kill this guy on the right as they charge forward. Soltatha feeling a bit feeling a bit angry from taking that hit, that blast last round. He runs forward and charges, lets out this, and just lunges forward with his axe and stabs it through the Wookiee's through the stormtrooper's throat, and he falls to the ground. So we did 8 damage. So yeah, actually, there's enough damage to carry over. This is Axe runs forward now with his Vibrorats ready. He runs and slashes towards the stormtrooper, knocks his gun out of the way, and then just stabs him through the chest as he falls down as well. As the tides of battle is very much shifting in your favor. That is the Wookiee's turn. Who is up next?
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna fucking run onto this one here.
Yeah, kill Billy, no mates.
Kill Billy, no mates.
Yeah, put him out his misery. He's a miserable bastard. Cut his head
Mates
off.
are dead.
His mates are dead. Yeah,
He's been shot at.
Okay.
It's a mercy killing. It's a mercy killing.
Go ahead and roll, my friend. It is just an average check there.
I can be a sir and friend.
My sir friend.
Sir friend.
All right, a success as you stab through him, through his chest, and he just falls onto your blade. You feel the weight increase, and then he slides off onto the ground.
I kick him off.
Yeah, you just kick him, and he slides onto the ground. And that is another group of troopers out here. So, troopers 1 are gone. Troopers 3 are the red boys. There is 1 red trooper left. He is going to move his way up here onto the end of this. He looks around. I'm going to roll a dice here to see if he does what I want him to do, because it's quite drastic. By 1. Okay, he reaches to his hip and he pulls off a small metal object.
Oh no!
Oh
And he throws it towards the Wookiees.
Oh!
no!
Mitch, can
Yeah.
I ask you a question right now?
Yeah,
Can we use light side for narrative effect?
yeah.
can, yeah.
I would like to suggest that we use a light side to say that the detonator does not detonate.
All right, so
Yeah.
go ahead and use that light side point. He pulls the grenade out. He presses the button. Just click use light side on your sheet.
That's
So
it,
it's not-
that's it.
He rolls it along the floor, and you see it as it rolls, and it falls dead at Axe's feet,
Good use.
and then nothing happens.
I like that.
As Axe bends down and picks it up. Thanks. Attaches it to his bandolier, and that is that stormtrooper's turn. Little clutch use of that there.
Oh my god, the sweat. You don't understand the sweat that just appeared.
That would have been dreadful for the Wookiees. Okay, who is up next, player characters wise?
Could I go?
If you wish.
Could I make it onto like the other side of this thing over here? With the
Yeah,
maneuver?
easily. You know now that. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. You can make it there.
Okay. I'm gonna run over there and take a shot at the new Billy No Mates.
The new Billy. Well, they're both Billy No Mates now.
Oh, yeah.
They're in two separate groups. Okay, sure. He is in a bit of cover, so he's gonna get a. There's gonna be one black dice, but
All right.
that's okay, as you are in a good range to hit him now. Go ahead, sir. I'm ready for you. Success as you blast. What's your damage again? Sorry.
9.
Oh, that is so shit. That is such a shame.
Is it like one off?
It's one off of his, yeah. Yeah, as you blast, and he ricochets back, but the armor is managed to absorb just enough to keep him up.
Damn
Zakian,
it.
that is your turn, I
sucks.
believe. Z, that's your turn, sorry.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Who's up next? I believe it's just Kalal and Zakian who haven't gone.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Do you want to go next?
Yeah. I'm going to turn to Bip Bip and go, he's in there! And point to the door. And then I'm going to walk over to the control panel. And I'm going to try and get the door open.
Yeah, the Wookiees part around you. They don't get in your way. As you press the door, you see Lieutenant Alexander just standing there with his... No, it's not
That's
locked.
easy then.
He just has his blaster pointed towards the door. Ready to shoot at you.
Right, but he doesn't know that I'm shorter than him. So he's pointing for a normal person's range.
He fires as the blaster shoots above your head, and then he looks down. Oh, and he's. What are you doing?
I am pulling out my blaster and I'm going to shoot the control panel. There,
All right.
So that they won't be able to take off.
All right. So roll your attack anyway. This will just be an average check to see if you hit the right part.
Hit the wrong bit so the ship just blows up, please. I've worked so hard to get this lightsaber.
Success with threat.
I
You
tried
have-
really hard.
You aim forwards. You blast into the control panel. It does flare up with some sparks, and it seems to be that area of the ship is now inoperable. But you do suffer 2 strain with that threat, because I can't think of a creative way to use it. As he looks to his left, oh, you had to go and do that, didn't you? Anything else in your turn?
And I go, you shouldn't have touched my droid.
All right. And the last man standing for this round, Kalal.
Yep. I think I'm going to. We basically got them on the run, so I'm gonna. How far can I move with my maneuver in terms of?
With your maneuver, you could get just past the X-wings, we'll say.
Sure, I'm going to walk my way through confidently,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to shout out, "We've got them on the run!" And I'm going to use my action to use my inspiring rhetoric action.
Okay.
Make an average leadership check, which Each success causes one ally in close range. Oh, it's close range. Never mind. That's not very good. I should have read that properly.
Take 2 strain to move even closer.
I could, but that would really suck. Oh shit! Do you know what? I'll use my maneuver to move to this barrel then. And,
Okay.
Do you know? I'm not gonna risk it. The last time
Do it.
I've
Shoot.
shot my gun 3 times. Twice it's not been good, so I'm going to
Do it again.
shit. Do you know what? That's gonna be it.
All right.
I'll tell you what. Actually, I'll use.
Let's use the
I'll
buff,
transfer
right?
my action to maneuver, and I'll give Took the blue dice.
Blue dice. All right.
With the assumption that he might do something first.
Okay, that's fine. Troopers 2, I believe, were the blue boys over here. There's only 1 left, and he is feeling rather desperate, but not desperate enough to blow himself up. He is just gonna try and shoot at the Wookiee in front of him. That's all he can do, and he is not very confident about his chances here, as they are in engaged range with him, so he's gonna get a black dice as well. He succeeds against all odds! As he blasts at Pansy. That is 9 damage, and she has some soak. That's fine by me. And she, you know, the Wookiee just goes and just makes herself as big as she can in front of him, and he sort of is cowering in fear as he knows what's going to happen next. Lieutenant Alexander, Zatkin, you're right in front of him right now, right? Or like maybe like here. There's a small gap between you.
Yeah.
And he is just gonna... He's gonna hold his blast up at you. Listen. I am Fulcrum. Do you know what that means?
No.
That's the answer I would give.
I am a rebel spy, you fool. Stand
I don't believe
down,
you. I don't believe you.
please. And that is his turn.
Oh, God.
No, he said Fulcrum too. Oh my god.
The rebels are gonna start moving towards you guys. They're gonna use their second maneuver to dash and get even closer and just close the distance towards these
Fucking
These guys.
was
So-
a good thing.
Oh, actually no, they can't do 2 maneuvers. My bad. Forget that.
You know, I don't know about this, do you? This is
Neither do I, mate. I nearly cut him down in the ship.
They are gonna take their shots at this stormtrooper here, the last one standing of that
Sounds like
group.
bullshit.
One of those-
Bullshit.
One of those bully no mates. So this will be average with the 1 black dice because he's in cover, and they are pretty good at shooting right now because there are 3. Did I not click the button hard enough? There. Oh, I did it twice. We'll obviously go with the first one. As they do hit, and it does take him off of his feet as he falls to the ground. In disbelief that his grenade plan didn't go well.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately for him. And it is back at the top of the round now, huh? Alright, who's going?
So someone should kill that last stormtrooper.
Yeah,
So
he's
then
like,
that bit's
yeah.
done, and we can
That-
deal with this blonde bitch.
they're sort of around the landing ramp of the shuttle there.
Is he off the shuttle or on the shuttle?
Yeah, he's not quite on the shuttle. He's they formed a little perimeter around the boarding ramp in any attempt to try and
I'm
protect it.
gonna switch, kind of pivot around, take my blaster, and take a shot at him from here.
All right, sure thing. You have a blue dice because Kalal buffed you up,
Yeah.
and it's an average difficulty shot from this direction. So go ahead, sir.
Take his fucking head off.
It is a success. I did
yeah.
accidentally give you an extra blue dice, but that doesn't matter because it all got cancelled out anyway.
Yeah, it was blank.
So it's a success, and you do blast, and it hits him in the shoulder, but it's not quite enough to
soak.
to kill that gentleman. Yeah, he's not loving his situation right now. You did 8. They have that much soak, so he's on that much. Cool. The Wookiees. Pansy lifts up her, all 3 of them surround him to make sure he can't go anywhere. And they're going to try and finish him off.
He's about to die.
Let's see if they
All three of
manage.
them, they all
They
just grab a
manage.
limb.
Oh,
Yeah.
They all just grab a limb.
Soltatha steps forward, picks him up by the throat and lifts him off the ground and just squeezes until he grabs onto Soltatha's arms and then goes limp. As the last stormtrooper there has died. At this point, you see Soltatha walk up into the shuttle, and you hear as all the Wookiees inside seem to be relieved at the sight of a friendly face. Lieutenant Alexander places his gun on his belt and has his hands up in front of you, so we're going to come out of initiative now.
Okay.
As Zakian and Bip look at him.
Yeah.
Listen, I believe I heard X-Wings, is that right? They've arrived. I called for help, you saw. Jedi, you saw it.
I mean, me see you do that, but why did you, if you did do this, why you should not tell me first?
Well, I was hoping I wouldn't have had to tell you at all.
Well, now you have, me not sure about you.
Yeah, Misa not sure about you either. Touching my droid.
Well,
I give him a fist bump.
as it stands, it would appear that I'm your prisoner. Correct?
I just gotta look at Zane and go, Lisa have a prisoner? What do we do with him?
I say we punch him.
What?
And then I go,
Please do not punch me.
Bless you,
I assure you. I mean you no harm.
Okay, well, maybe... Can I just whisper Zakian? I'll just be like, so maybe we should just take him outside. If he's who he says he is, the rebels would know who he is. Sorry, I don't know rebels. The people in the orange costumes would know who he is.
Why is this playing?
Nice.
Yeah, nice, but not right now.
And then even so, Mr. Carlisle will be able to tell if this man's lying.
yeah, let's take him to Carlisle.
Let's take him to Carlisle and the orange man.
And I'll pull out my blaster and I'm just going to tug at his shirt. And we'll be like, come on in.
Is that really necessary?
Just leading him out.
You can take it if you want, and he leans his hip towards you. I don't need it.
Oh, I was tucking on his tongue.
Yeah, he's off. No. He's saying, is it necessary? Do you need to lead him by blaster? You can disarm him. He's offering you.
All right, I'm going to take his blaster and I'm going to point both of them at him.
Gosh, what fools are the rebels working with these days? And he starts walking in front of you. As you guys march him off of the ship, you now see.
Sorry.
Go on, Z. Go on. What was you going to say?
As soon as I see him walk off the ship, I'm going to run up to him and grab his throat and push him against the side of the ship.
Okay, see, as you do that, as you guys walk down, Z comes running over. He grabs him by the throat. He says, please, unhand me.
What did you do to the droid?
Yeah, what did you do to the droid?
You hear from over your shoulder, slow down there, hotshot. He's ours. As this very calm and collected, green-haired female walks towards you, takes off the flight helmet in that orange suit. He's one of ours.
My sensors turn around, I'll air up a little bit, and then I'll just slowly release my grip.
Oh, he was telling the truth. How about
And
that?
who's you then?
I'm Azure leader. She gestures to her two co-pilots. We're Azure Squadron. We were sent to intercept the enslavement of these Wookiees here by our agent Fulcrum.
That lot of use you were, we'd had it handled before you got here.
Well, the plan was to intercept in transit. We wasn't aware there was a rebel cell here.
Rebel, you think we're rebels?
Perhaps
No,
I am
no.
mistaken.
Yeah, you're mistaken, all right.
Yeah, what's a rebel?
The Rebel Alliance, we stand for everyone in the galaxy who lives under the tyranny of the Empire.
Suicide.
I've met my fair share of naysayers. But we did a good thing here today. You did a good thing here. You saved this village. Well done.
we. Make sure you write that down in your logs.
I'll make sure of it. She pans around the group. Is everybody sort of standing here together in this central area?
I'm kind of stood behind the crate over here, just kind of listening in, like back up against it, listening in from like maybe the other side, so I'm not in complete visual range.
All right. When we got word that this ship had docked here as well, we were aware that there is some sensitive intel on board. Would you mind if we recovered it?
What intel?
There's an R5 droid. Fairly old unit. Was one of ours.
It doesn't work.
Yes, but its memory core does. We'd like to wipe it. If it's all the same to you.
Well, what's on it?
Well, as I said, that's very sensitive information. Imperative to the Rebel Alliance's success.
That's what he said to me earlier. He wouldn't tell me.
Well,
Yes,
Maybe
Of course he
if you
wouldn't.
tell us, I'll let you have a look at my droid.
I'm gonna try and very secretly catch Bip Bip's attention. Very slyly.
You're gonna try and subtly. How does the droid subtly
Yeah.
catch someone's
how,
attention?
how I need to. Where am I sort of stand in relation to Bip Bip? Can I be next to him?
Yes. I mean, you would have just let go.
as it
I'm assuming
looks-
you let go of
Yeah.
Lieutenant.
Yeah. So you'd
Yeah.
be next to me. Yeah.
So you would be next to him, yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly like make it look like I'm fiddling with my cloak, but I'm gonna just slap him on the hip.
Like a little tap.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a stealth check for me, or a skullduggery sleight of hand, whichever you would
All right,
prefer. This is going to be hard because you're
that's
doing this
me.
right in front of 3 rebels.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Is a stealth alright?
Yeah, whatever you would rather roll.
Ow.
You sort of not very subtly tap him. She gives you like a look up and down, like, okay. Like I said, the information. Sorry, was I interrupting?
I don't know. He just punched me. Carry on.
So if this information's so sensitive, it means it's worth a bit of dough, eh?
We could facilitate a payment if you were willing to hand over the hard drive. Yes.
Hand you over
would-
the droid.
They're not taking the droid. Shut up, Captain Took. They're not taking the droid.
We don't need the
Oh.
droid. The
We can buy
droid
you
is.
10 droids.
I don't want 10 droids. I want that droid.
Oh, what's so special about that droid?
How do you know about this droid?
It is one of ours. Or it was.
Why? Why is it on our ship?
It was stolen from us.
I didn't steal it.
Where did we get the droid from? I forgot.
I think we bought it on Cirilla.
Ah, it's just
We
on
just-
our ship.
Yeah, we
Oh,
found
found
it.
We
Yeah,
found
it's
it.
on board. It
Oh, I
it was
thought you bought
already
it.
on board the
It's
crate
hidden-
thing.
It's hidden in
Very interesting.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, I'll let you erase it, but I want to keep the memory drive.
That's fine by me.
Okay, for
Oh,
200 credits. For 200
no.
credits.
1,000 credits.
1,000 credits.
Make Zakia, make me a negotiation check. I'm gonna add a black dice because it's a very cobbled together negotiation here. To negotiate a fund or a fee here.
Good to go.
Yes, sorry, I should probably always say just roll for me, eh?
Oh,
Alright.
Oh wow.
1,000 credits is rather steep, but I'll see to it you are rewarded. For assisting the cause.
All right, let's go have a look.
Used to. Get the ships ready. I won't be long. and they start walking back towards the X-Wings. As Kalal, they pass you. How do you...
I just kind of look down to the side. Try to not meet their gaze.
They pass you, and they go towards their X-Wings. And they begin to fiddle around and do whatever they need to do over there. As the leader of the group follows you, Zakian, towards the Crate Fang. I miss the old R5. Served us well.
Well, I'm hoping to get it back up and running. I'm only missing a couple of parts.
That'll be good. As you guys walk up the ship and you guys approach the cargo bay where you'd recently, that's probably the last place you had seen the droid. You see it's a bit of a state. Some of the storage crates have been knocked over. The hallway towards the cargo bay is covered in parts and as if a box had been knocked over. And you see an opening on the wall where your droid is now sat in the middle of the cargo bay with all of its wires out and its chest is open. It's in a much worse state than you last remember checking on it. You guys are going to clean this place up. How do you get anything done in here?
Has your guy already been touching my droid? Like he's fucking torn everything out of it.
Lieutenant Alexander is there as well. I did find the droid. It was stashed in the wall. Hidden.
In the wall?
Indeed, and its memory drive was missing. I was hoping you would be leading us to that.
What are you talking about? It's right here. And I don't have a look.
Have a look inside, and it's not there.
What?
Like I mentioned, the part was missing upon arrival.
I have no idea. I didn't even leave it in this wall. I left it in the quarters.
So that is the
lounge area.
There has been some sort of foul play here then.
Is it just Zakian there? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're still outside, mate.
I mean, you could have all gone up with them if you wished.
Know what I have done. I would.
Oh yeah, what you know.
Yeah, that's fine. You can totally be there. Anyone can be there.
I would have gone in because I wanted to check out the ship.
Are you sure you didn't mischeck the parts, Zakian?
No. I'm missing a central processing unit and sensor lens. That's all I needed.
And a
And
hard.
now someone has cut right through the wires and stolen the memory.
You notice as well, yeah, there is some significant damage to the casing that would have held the memory drive as well. Like, it's not just like the memory drive has been carefully removed. It's like it was torn out and it's caused damage to the droid. It was shoddy work by whoever did it.
I don't like droids. I don't like touching droids, especially service droids. So it wasn't me.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, it could have been. Well, none of my men were on board. So it must have happened before.
Your men? So you're not a rebel spy?
Well, I am still an Imperial officer. You don't really get how this works, do you?
I'm gonna look at the rebel that's there, and be like, "Are you sure you can trust this man?"
He's one of our best.
Spy or not, I don't want a fucking imp on my ship.
Well, let's make this quick then.
Oh, we still don't know where the thing is that you want. It must have... Zakian, it just must not have been there.
It was there, and I will find it.
She looks at you, Zakian. Are you sure the memory drive was on that droid when you found it?
100%.
Then it must be somewhere on this ship, yes?
Well, let's have a look.
She looks around, glances at how cluttered this ship is. That could take a while. Let's clear all this up. And she points outside the ship. Let's clear that up. And then we'll find the memory drive.
As soon as everyone starts dispersing a little bit, I'm gonna try and get her attention. Just
so
if I see her alone.
I mean, she starts heading back out the ship with Lieutenant Alexander. Do the rest of you guys stay inside the ship?
I'll clean up my mess that I kicked over.
So Bip starts trying and clear up some of the mess that he made.
I'm gonna follow them out because I want to
Yeah.
get out of this droid situation and I want to talk to her.
Yeah, as she leaves and you follow her, you catch up. Yes.
I'm
Is
gonna-
it anything dire?
You do not need to worry about the hard drive, the memory drive.
What do you mean?
I have taken care of it. It is wiped clean.
Make the worst words to hear. Make a. Let me close some of this stuff I don't really need anymore.
I did.
You are being honest, but I need you to make like a persuasion-esque check. Because she don't really, she don't know your vibe. She don't know if you guys are trying to dick her over or not. Yeah, go ahead. Is there a persuasion check, or am I just being a doofus once again?
There's not persuasion, I don't think.
Just coercion, no. Negotiation, then?
Negotiation, probably, yeah.
Yeah, we'll take negotiation for that.
Alright. You ready?
Because you're being honest, but you just need to convince her that you're being honest. I am ready.
Oh, wow.
If you know where the drive is, I must insist you take me to it.
I have uploaded personal files to the drive.
Did you check what was on there before you did that?
Negative, but I'm starting to wish that I did.
Droids can't lie to me, can they?
Maybe not the droids you've met. That's probably not the best thing to say.
Well, I appreciate the honesty. The rebellion likes to believe in people, and I consider droids among those. So, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt in this case. Come on, we need to clean this up. And she just move over. You see the other rebels now. She like beckons them over, and they all start taking the bodies and getting them on the transports. As all the Wookiees, Soltartha and his little group are helping them out and taking them back to their homes and making sure they're fine. You see Chubo getting led off, and he seems happy and healthy. You don't see Jakarta yet. You see the other little girl, and at this point as well, Loflana appears out of the cockpit. For those of you who are in the ship, gives you a little wave and just walks off the ship.
What's she doing back on here?
She's helped me speak to you guys.
Oh, right then.
And she's like walked off the ship, and she goes and joins the other Wookiees.
See Chubo a sec.
As he's being led, yeah, you could totally run up and catch him.
I just want to catch him. I go, Chubo, sir.
Yes.
Misa,
I don't mean to be rude,
okay?
Bip. I have lots of work to do. The village is in dismay.
Misa just want to make sure, one, you sir okay?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
That's so good. And two, Misa just want to say thank you. Misa go to the temple you speak of, and
I understand.
He's very good. Misa got this.
May the force be with you, Bip Bunts.
You too?
And he continues walking away. And you see he heads towards like his central area and begins the proceedings of facilitating repairs and medics and the likes of that.
Can I have a quick little search on the Lambda class shells?
Yeah, you can have a little look around. I mean, there are Stormtrooper blaster rifles littered around that you guys could round up and crate up and have as cargo if you wished. Currently, they are just being fobbed on the shuttles. But one of them was damaged, but the rest of them seem to be in fairly good working order.
Is
So
that
would,
is that for like a trading thing that we?
yeah, you could
on the
use
black
that
market?
as like currency for
Yeah.
credits or for whatever else.
Took
Might
would be
as well.
picking them up. Took would
They
be-
certainly,
Why
yeah,
not?
you
Why not?
certainly wouldn't be able to sell those in any legit establishment.
Yeah,
It's
No,
very
it's
much like a
Yeah,
offense.
good
Yeah.
offense,
So you'd have 11. So Took, if you want to mark this down on like the crate thing somewhere, perhaps.
Yeah, I wrote it on the
That'll
ship.
be 11 Imperial class assault rifles, blaster rifles. I'm not entirely sure on this specific. I think it's like the E12 or something, E11D or something like that.
Oh,
I'm not
11
entirely
blasters.
sure what they are, but
What, 12, you say?
I'm not sure what the standard like Imperial one is, but I think it's like something like that.
If it helps, my blaster rifle is E11, I think, so it's
E11.
likely it'd probably be as.
Oh,
could
all
be a
right.
similar
Okay, I
model.
didn't know that. Yeah, it's similar to that. I'll tell you later. So you can definitely round that up. All of the armor is pretty disused now, as it's like used up its usefulness in the combat, and the bodies have now been rounded up onto the shuttles. A roll for me took an There's not an investigation check, is there? Just a perception check around the lander shuttle to see if you can find any other things in like the little lockers or in the cockpits.
You ready?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
Yeah, you find throughout the time you're searching, whilst everyone else is off doing whatever they're doing, you find around 200 credits spread between the 12 different lockers of the stormtroopers. And you find in the first aid boxes on each of the shuttles, you find a first aid kit, which you can take if you
Nice.
wish.
yeah, I'll take that, yeah.
Put those on board the crate fang or keep them on you if you wish.
Yeah, put it in the crate fang.
All right. So whilst Took is searching, who's helping move the stormtroopers?
What was that again, Took? Because I've been writing down all the trade stuff we've got in our.
Oh, first aid kit. So anyone can take that if you like.
Times 2, unless Took, you're
Times two.
keeping one on you.
Okay.
Oh, I'll write times 2 down. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's
So
fine. I mean,
the rebels, all three of them, are dragging the bodies. The Wookiees are seeing to the Wookiees. Z, Zakian, Kalal, what are you guys doing right now? As Bip Bip is talking and Took is searching.
Can I just go onto the crate fang and check that my memory drive is where I hid it?
You can totally do that, sir.
Well, I'm currently looking for the memory, so I'm
Okay.
keeping an eye on
Avoiding
everyone.
Zakian.
Okay,
I'm
so-
keeping an eye on everyone on the ship.
So Z waits for a moment where Zakian is elsewhere on the ship. Roll a stealth check for me, Z. Zakian, what is your vigilance? We've done this before, I just don't remember it off the top of my head.
1 green.
1 green. Alright. Z.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, Zakian, you said you're keeping an ear out and an eye out for people, so I'll add a black dice. And Z, roll a stealth check for me. Success with an advantage. So you
That's
sneak
great.
your way back on the ship, make your way to that small little like closet divot area you had found, and you reach up.
On it.
You push the panel up where you had recently slipped the hard drive. You feel around for a moment, and then your hand clink finds a fairly solid object up there that you quickly peek and you recognize it to be the hard drive which you had hidden, stashed.
Just gonna close it back off again, and then go and act nonchalant and help Zakian clean up.
All right. So Zakian, as you're searching for this memory drive and going through different areas of the ship, Z comes and joins you and gives you a hand. All right. Kalal, what are you doing right now?
Where is Lieutenant Alexander?
He has assisted in getting the stormtrooper bodies out of the way and onto the shuttles. And those have been mostly moved now. And
Okay.
he is on one of the shuttles that has the working thing. And he's with the rebel leader over there.
Okay, I'm
I'll
going
say the
to.
Wookiees are gone for now.
I'm going to walk up to where I saw them. I feel like at this point I've been kind of keeping a back seat,
Uh-huh.
just listening in and watching. But there's info I need. So I'm going to take the risk. I'm going up.
They're kind of like having a conversation, and then they briefly stop and look in your direction.
Lieutenant Alexander, I
Yes,
presume.
that is me. Yes,
I require a conversation.
of course. Anything you can say to me, you can say to as your leader here. She is one of the best, I assure you.
This is a private matter.
He looks at Azure leader. She just gives him the nod. Yes, join me on ship. He walks up the ramp.
Can I follow? Can I read if she gives anything away? Like, sort of like insight. Is there an insight skill?
I don't think there's one called insight.
No, there's not.
I don't even know what it would be like.
It's a social skill. Like a charm. We'll run
Okay.
like a charm skill.
You sure?
She's very calm and collected.
Okay.
She hasn't really been very emotional. She's been very
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard to gauge what she's thinking, but you can certainly try.
Okay. Shall I roll?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. God damn.
Nice.
You get the most subtle of readings on her, of just like an odd familiarity, or she's trying to recall something is up with her. She's thinking quite deeply, but she's doing her best to not let that show.
As in, I find her familiar, or she finds...
Perhaps that she's trying to recall if she's seen you before.
Okay.
I
I very quickly make my way up then.
walk onto the...
I turn my side away, to try and turn my back to her. And make my way up.
As you're up the ramp, she's just standing there thinking, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
Do you wish to speak here or in the cockpit?
Here will be fine.
Of course. What is it you need to say?
I have a number of questions. First of all, what exactly prompted the announcement to local systems? Our faces were projected to numerous ships, I presume, including our own.
I thought I recognized you lot. That is something the Empire like to do to deter the activity of new rebel cells. Broadcast the ones who seem the least dangerous and easy to apprehend, and then...
So the Empire presumed that we are rebels.
Well, you certainly made a ruckus back on Tatooine, I believe it was. They assume that any insolence against the Empire is the act of an emerging rebel cell, and they punished those found guilty of that accordingly. There is no room for mistake in the Empire. They are very brutal.
They are, but this is not exactly Imperial jurisdiction. They have limited bases here on the Rim.
Of course. Which is why it is ever so necessary to crowd control the people without manpower. Fear is usually the best tactic, is it not?
For them, perhaps. We were fortunate enough.
What? I'm playing the game.
I said nuggets, Mom.
Shit, the nerds have been found out. Shit.
God damn it.
Everyone-
Sorry, boys.
Everyone, detonate, quick.
The ship explodes and Darth Vader arrives. Sorry.
No.
That's fine.
Alright,
That's fine. It gave me time to formulate my question. We were fortunate enough to not be at the village at the time of the attack. We were, in fact, at the outpost Zeta.
Ah, yes. I am familiar with the facility. It is where we used to be stationed, I suppose, at this point. Sort of gestures to the dead stormtroopers who are sort of piled in this shell.
And I am aware that you.
Indeed.
Many sacrifices for this rebel cause. Many lives.
I've had to do things I'm not proud of to maintain my cover.
Is it worth it?
It will be.
Well, morality aside, I'm sure we could debate that all day. We searched some logs. I happen to have read some myself before they were deleted. But firstly, I would like to know what exactly is this weapons program that you pushed to have accelerated?
Even that is not fully within my jurisdiction. All I know it is some form of experimental weapon that goes higher than I, perhaps directly to the Emperor himself.
How experimental? Are we talking? What kind of weapon are we talking about? Surely you must be aware of whether it is a personal device or whether it is something at the level of destroying an entire planet.
You are familiar with the Death Star.
I am very aware of the Death Star.
It is something not so different.
Elaborate.
It is a very grassroots operation, but they wish to shrink that technology.
You're talking about something that could disintegrate a person?
You are thinking much too small.
A person-sized weapon to destroy a planet.
Well, perhaps not personal, but certainly a smaller ship than a space station. It is
Of course.
in very early prototypes. I do not know much more, but
The Empire truly has no morality.
which is why we must put an end to their reign.
You know, if it were not for the rebels, perhaps. This certainly sounds like an interesting development. What are your plans? And what exactly were you going to do when these rebels here saved you? Or saved these Wookiees? Was Lieutenant Alexander going to disappear?
No, I was to be injured, and I probably still will be. Reinforcements will arrive, find me on the edge of death, and my entire squadron deceased. The Wookiee's gone. It was supposed to be a shuttle crash, but you got in the way of that plan. This will do.
We have a tendency of doing something like that.
We need to move these shuttles still. They cannot be found in the Wookiee village. That will only lead to further violence.
Dr. Lutheros,
Indeed.
what can you tell me about this person?
I have not met him for very long. He was the one who was experimenting on the Wookiees with some sort of poison. Back in Outpost Zeta, yes? I believe you said you'd been there.
Yes, we did not find the extent of the information. It was
Yes.
unfortunate, but deleted.
The encryption is, well, was rather hard to crack. It is a miracle that you've received any information. I don't want to reveal too much to somebody who is not entirely part of the rebellion. This, for lack of a better phrase, is none of your business. Any information I reveal about the ongoing investigation into the Zeta program could put it at jeopardy. Indeed, could put my life in jeopardy.
It is certainly within my jurisdiction.
I do not follow.
Good.
Are there any other questions you need to ask me?
From your time within the circle of the higher ranking of the imperial hierarchy, should we say, how much are we sought after? Are we likely to encounter much resistance within the local cluster?
Oh, in the grand scheme of things, you are but an insignificant blip on a field of stars. There are many like you. In these local sectors, I would be careful. There's certainly one of you who is of more interest.
Yes, I am aware of the
Jedi.
Well, he does not call himself a Jedi, but
That does not matter to the Inquisitors now, does it?
I am aware that of that as well, but no, you are right, it does not.
I would not suggest you stay here much longer. They narrowly missed you on Cyrilla.
You are aware of this information?
Yes, I am aware.
So you are also aware they are likely heading towards us now.
That would be the conclusion that I would draw.
I do not have much. I do not have much connection with that. I have. Why would I? But are you aware of a way that might conceal one's involvement with the Force?
Now that is not within my jurisdiction.
Well, just worth an ask.
I do not believe it possible. If I had to guess, you would need to ask a Jedi.
Well, Lieutenant, I do not envy what you have likely have to have done to earn such a rank. But I'm sure the needs of the many do outweigh the needs of the few.
We will see a better tomorrow. I'm sure of it.
Do you intend to return to the Empire?
I must.
Then maybe we have an ally, then.
If our paths are to cross again, perhaps. But I will not think twice if it would blow my cover. And I don't expect you to either.
Can I read what he means by that?
He will kill you, and he expects you to kill him.
Okay, I see it. Okay, cool.
These kind of things only occur during a planned operation. not spontaneously.
Well then, I presume we should leave soon. Well, Lieutenant, it was interesting meeting you, and I thank you for the questions that you have answered.
Mm-hmm.
It would be better for both of us if you forget my face. That's not a threat, that's just good
The feeling is mutual.
Unless we not meet again, Lieutenant, and I put my hand out.
Shakes it.
I give him a nod and I'm gonna walk off. Is she still there?
She's still standing there.
Okay.
That's where we're
Absolutely.
going to leave it
Sorry.
this week.
I wanted to try and
Nice.
seep out as much information as I could in that moment. I felt like it was the only
Yeah.
to get anything from
Some
him.
insider knowledge on the Empire there.
It was
Oh.
very, very good.
Really good session.
A bit of a
Cool.
nitty-gritty combat one. I thought that would be nice after 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Oh, it was,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
good.
good. That was good.
it was sweaty, yeah.
A little bit of
I
a
I
big,
didn't
genuinely
big
thought
fight
he would
there.
die.
The
mean-
thing was, like, it wasn't even that bad. The combat.
It wasn't too bad. It's just,
Straightforward.
I mean, if
I feel
those,
like we got lucky with the Wookiees.
if you didn't have allies, then it would have been a lot harder.
Yeah, agreed.
Because those Wookiees soaked up a lot of the damage. But you know, when they hit
And
you,
they
see,
held a lot as well.
But if we
Well,
had bit in the middle, right from the get-go, I feel like it would have been also very different.
it's true.
Yeah, I'm glad Dean did what he did, though.
Yeah, because that, I mean,
Oh yeah.
that
If
ship
the
was on its
would've-
way
if
off.
if the ship would have gone, yeah, we were fucked. So
I also feel like if Bit was in the middle, they would have all just targeted him.
it'd just be
Probably.
me standing there going, pew, pew, fuck off, one of you,
I mean,
go,
yeah, you-
pew.
So you guys totally got a rebel like agent to blow his cover because he was like, "Well, I'm dead,
He
or I
did.
blow my cover right now." So
We did.
there we
Got
go.
him. So I nearly killed that fucker on Tatooine.
No, that would have been a different gentleman. That one.
Oh, was that different?
That wasn't
Oh,
him.
okay.
No, that wasn't a blonde hair, blue
Oh,
eyes
right,
dude.
okay.
That was
Oh,
just another officer.
Right. Yeah, when you went on your little,
So
little
there's still another Imperial officer that knows I'm about. Cool, got it. Not ideal.
I mean, there's probably more than one other Imperial officer.
But there's also an Inquisitor.
Yeah, the Inquisitors know. So
100% not on his way to fucking Kesh right now.
So
no.
we should leave.
This whole clan should probably leave, right? Because can they sense where you've been?
No, listen. As far as we know, right, we're fine. We can go, and whatever happens to this Wookiee clan, we will forget about and not know what's going to happen to them. We can just leave.
that's certainly one way to do it.
Just
That was
forget.
Wi-Fi
As far as
too,
we're
that we
aware,
do.
everything's fine. But if they touch my fucking lizard, I'll kill him.
Oh,
I mean, your lizard is long gone. Who knows what's going on with that?
That lizard dies, Bip joins the dark side.
I don't even know about this lizard.
You feel an
It's
echo
the
through the
lizard you
force.
saw.
Oh, is
So,
it?
do you know? Do you remember in your episode when you see a lizard out the fucking ship and you were like shit and got scared?
Yeah.
I was on it.
Oh no.
Yes, yeah, he was. You know what? There's someone here who is doing Star Trek Andromeda, so we'll I don't know if it's any good, but we'll raid them.
Star Trek Andromeda.
I don't know what it is, but we'll go and give them a raid.
I want to know.
Because I want to raid someone. So let's do a /raid. And
get my Star Trek reference right at the end there.
wait, what
No,
one?
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Oh, okay.
Cheeky little
There you
spotlight.
go. We'll go ahead and raid these guys, and we will see you guys next Monday.
Next Monday.
Take it easy,
Very
stay
much
safe,
excited.
everybody, and may the Force be with you.
Goodbye.
Bye, bye, bye.
everyone.